shared love dessert of both of us, I guess. Also because watermelon's mostly water, so it cools you down real fast.
Yep.
Alright, so Ruby Medallion, a new to modern, I guess, I don't know what the right word is, reprint? Insert?
Are you live already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It doesn't matter. Like you can jump into the chat whenever you want. All right.
Okay, sure. Yeah, no, it's no big deal. It's just good to know.
I was
I'm like, yeah, I'm eating watermelons and committing crimes and shit. You know,
well, committing crime is now a mechanical term for an action in Magic, so
yeah.
You're certainly targeting my things, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, it was just weird because you were like, it's a new to modern. I was like, okay, you know that I know that, right? Like,
yes, I know because you've played Infinite. You've played Infinite. The man was about to tell you the Photo Secrets. That's unlikely because I think Shrout has not played a match of Modern probably for like 2 years at most.
Sure have not. I sure have not.
It might even be longer than that.
To play some.
Look.
What's that?
Look, if this deck is fun enough, you could be talked into booting up the old MTGO.
Well, says you.
Says okay, fine. All right.
So let's get this chat popped out. See what's up, and then I will look at your. But go ahead and fill out the list because I don't know what I don't have input that's relevant anyway. So let me do my admin things while you get the list set up.
Has Shrout played a match of Modern since the last time he joined for Stormstream? Probably not, is my actual suspicion.
Nope, I have not.
How do you feel about snow-covered mountains from Ice Age?
Fine with them. Unnecessary, but acceptable.
Whoops. How do you feel about a Surveil land?
Probably like actually more than necessary. Like
yeah,
you should probably play 2. In fact,
you are correct.
From looking at these lists, one of my initial reads of it is that it really needs some things to do on turn 1.
Well, it's kind of hard to play like any 1-mana spells in this deck. I was thinking about Strike It Rich. I'm still not sure. That's the like make a treasure and has flashback for 2 and a red, make a treasure.
Yeah. I mean, I want something to do on turn 1. Like that. I know some early lists had the Dragon Rage thingus.
Yeah, I'm not so high on that one, but you could talk me into it if you wanted to play it. I'm not sure.
I don't really have opinions. Anyway, but
well, you're supposed to have some opinions. Dang it!
I saw a list with Gemstone Caverns. Which it's probably pretty good.
I wonder if that list actually got posted. It was Spider Space, yeah. Oh, I think it was only posted on Twitter. The deck list thing is not updating right now due to,
Yeah, it was just a screenshot on Twitter, yeah. I didn't see the actual deck list. But
I think it was literal Spider Space. His real name's... What was it? Can I find it? Okay. Oh, it's Spider Space MTG Twitter handle, but his real name's in it anyways. We can try that. I'm not, like... The one really bad thing about Gemstone Caverns is it is literally not a land if it doesn't have a fortune counter on it in this deck. Because your land's all like your spells are reduced down to red like very often.
I mean that's fine. Like does it matter once you start casting rituals and shit? Like for purposes of casting your first Medallion or Ral, it taps for colors fine. And that's all you needed to do. Yeah, save your note.
All right, we'll try the 3 Gemstone Caverns, but I'm not so sure about it.
Okay, I mean I would have suggested 2. It's just in the dark, but fuck it, let's try 3. That seems good.
Also, if you have multiples, you can just exile with the second one first. Although you have to be very careful about how you click on that shit. I have revealed multiple Gemstone Caverns, and it's basically worked out as horribly as possible because
I'm excited for you to be in charge of the clicking on shit and for me to be in charge of the talking shit and telling you how badly you fucked it up.
Great.
This is as it should be. It's an appropriate
Jarvis clap.
Tasks.
Well, we got a Jarvis clap from Chiliest. I hope you are staying chilly, Chiliest, because it certainly would suck to overheat in this climate. I guess the question is... Well, there's a bunch of questions. I'm still filling out the deck, of course.
Yeah, I'm all set up, and I'm watching you fill out the deck now. I know you mentioned that you didn't like Wish. Like,
yeah, it just costs a lot of mana.
Like an awkward...
In my mind, the real reason to play that card is to dodge like surgical extraction nonsense, and that's about it. But
is there a lot of surgical extraction nonsense?
Well, it's like Stone Brain from like Tron via Karn, stuff like that. But I don't think you have to play more than like 2 Wish at most.
I don't know. 2 Wish seems fine. My intuition about the style of deck is that you need to just be murdering your opponent on about turn 3, and so like Stone Brain from Karn is just like the game's already out of reach by then. Like, why did you let the game progress to this point? Maybe that's not how shit works, but that's how I would like want it to work, I guess.
Also, Orim's Chant is a real throwback for us boomers. Holy shit!
For real. I mentioned earlier, like a couple days ago, I was like, could we just main deck some Orim's Chants? Like,
I don't think you can, but it's close. Is the reality.
Like, I've seen a lot in the most recent deck dumps. There's a ton of these like Jeskai control type things where Chant's obviously fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's also relevant in control in like combo mirrors. Like, there's a lot of things, a lot of nice like spots where you can break up a combo turn, where you need them to stop doing their thing so you can untap and kill them.
Yeah, so there's a lot of that stuff. How do you feel about the actual card Underworld Breach without DRC in our deck?
I have never cast that card, and it's probably fine. It's probably all right, but like, we don't have we don't have ways to like fill up our graveyard, so I don't know. I mean, where do you want it? Like, you want one in the main deck, or do you want like one to wish for, or what? Like, what are you talking?
One to wish for, maybe. Like, and then if I did that, I would just move the 4th Past in Flames into the main deck, but it's kind of, I'm not sure how much it actually matters.
I think having 3. So the standard build is like 3 Past in Flames main and the 4th to wish for.
Yeah.
Okay. That seems like a lot of Past in Flames to me, but I guess that's acceptable.
Well, Past in Flames is obviously really, really, really strong in this deck. Yeah.
You kind of need it.
Like, this is not like, I know you've played a lot of Gift Storm, so you didn't have to play so many Past in Flames, but this is different. Obviously, like, there's no way for you to put the Past in Flames right into your hand or graveyard.
No, I understand that, but like, I mean, I played like pre-Gift Storm a lot too. I guess those were Pyromancer Ascension decks. So you kind of had like 7, I guess, copies of like a big combo card. But like Past in Flames, like, so we're playing basically 5 copies with the 2 wishes, which is a lot. But I mean, that's a reasonable amount, I guess.
Yeah, this also looks at a lot of cards, and funnily enough, if you don't play the exiled cards, they just get milled, and you get an 0-1 like mana idiot for the next turn, which is actually pretty synergistic with most of what's going on. Kind of funny to think about.
Nykthos brings up Gigantha, and this is actually a thought that I had like the other day when I was looking at lists. Is is the value of having Gigantha, is that actually outweighing the cost of revealing that you're a Gigantha deck?
Well, there's multiple Gigantha decks, so I don't think that's really an issue.
I mean, there are, but there's a finite number of them. Like, there are decks that you're definitely not playing if you're a Gigantha.
But wait, I guess counterpoint is, how would that change them playing against us?
Well, I mean, I don't know which Gigantha decks there are, but like, I guess if there are, if most of them are like decks where you would want a Force of Negation or whatever, like, it affects how they mulligan and things like that. I don't know. I feel like the actual value of like getting and casting Gigantha is like pretty slim, so it doesn't. The drawback doesn't have to be big to be too big. At least that's my perspective on it. But I don't play this fucking game. So
the flip side, I think, I've had this debate a lot, of course, over the years. The flip side is, in a lot of broken games, Gigantha's like one of the best absolute cards. and this mostly comes up versus people trying to like hate you out with a million like lock pieces and nonsense and have no clock on you, or like you've traded a bunch of stuff off and no one has anything, and you're like, all right, I guess we have this Colossopede. Let's see if you're dead to it.
All right, yeah, no, I'm sold on that. I'm fine with just having a big idiot to put in play.
I guess the question is, none of the stock builds have Blood Moon. I'm kind of curious about that.
I mean, it just doesn't look that good in the format to me. Like
okay.
Most decks are like built to search for basics, like the mid-range decks that you used to like not mind having Blood Moon against. Like if you can't bring it in against like Jeskai decks because they have a bunch of like fetches and basics. You can't bring it in against like the scam mid-range type stuff. They have a bunch of basics, and like it'd be good against Tron, I guess, but you're already trying to like win a shootout against Tron, and so it's just like an alternate win condition in your shootout rather than just like a way to buy you time to win, which is the way you'd normally be thinking about it.
Someone brought up Valakut Awakening over a land. Obviously, like, I'm not sure how low cost it is to play this over a mountain. It's probably fine to play it, frankly.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. I mean, it may be that it's cutting into our like we're already playing these 3 caverns, so it's possible that your like funny land utility space is already being eaten up. But I kind of thought of it as a spell first and foremost anyway.
Oh, I see. Just because the cycling effect is so valuable?
Well, it's more that like you're like it's nice to be able to play it as a land, but like I don't know. I feel like for an effect like this, you're better off playing like 1 extra land than too few lands, if that makes sense.
So I'm looking.
Granted, I don't know how many lands this deck wants. So
the stock version, the stock version is 19 plus the Valakut Awakening being 20. Right now we have 18 plus the Valakut Awakening, so that's 19. So I could be talked into playing.
I would err towards playing whatever the stock number is plus the Valakut Awakening.
A lot of people don't play 4 of this card, and I kind of feel like that's a mistake after having played the deck a lot.
I mean, 3 mana is a million. I sort of get it. I'm kind of treating it as like I'm blanking on the name of the card. The card we used to board in all the time. And
Pieces of the Puzzle.
Yeah, it's basically a Pieces of the Puzzle proxy, right? So like I very rarely played 4 of that card, so I sort of get you like thinking like you could only play 3 if you wanted to. But I probably shouldn't be like thinking about it in those terms anyway, because these are different decks.
Yeah, I would say this deck, it's a lot harder to remove Rupee Medallion is what the main point / conceit of the deck.
Right.
And also, I guess you have not read Ral all the way through, have you?
Yeah, I have. No, it's a nice one.
So when
it's good. It's pretty sweet when it lives. Obviously, it like won't a lot of the time, but that's fine.
Well, the other thing about it is it's like also a payoff card, because if you hit 6 instant and sorcerers and flip it, the -8 is very likely to win you the game, obviously.
Right. So there's plenty of like density of action.
Yeah. So maybe we can cut 1 glimpse, but I'm not sure.
That seems fine.
Spider Space had Drannith Magistrate, and the answer is if you catch Drannith Magistrate in the Storm Mirror, it actually like basically makes their deck do nothing because you can't cast spells from any zones except your hand.
The Wish doesn't put the card into your hand, right?
Right.
Like Magistrate stops Wish, so you'd actually we in our Infinite Wisdom with our main deck Grapeshot would have an out, but most folks would not.
It would be hard to do it because you would have to naturally draw it,
right?
Because you cannot exile it to anything.
All your draw effects, yeah.
I'll play like 2 of this card. I mean, like, I'm not convinced it's actually any good anywhere except for the Storm Mirrors. So it's like Orim's Chant plus Drannith Magistrate all get cited in the Storm Mirror, but
I'm not that excited about it. But I mean, I don't know what you actually want in a sideboard in this format anymore, so I got no real input.
I will say the enemy permanents for this sort of deck are like Damping Sphere, Drance Magistrate, which I mentioned. I guess like
there's a lot of them at this point. Like there's a shitload of random things.
So
a
lot of the Tron decks play a bunch of Trinospheres as well, which is obviously kind of brutal.
Yeah.
So I've seen lists that play like Wear Tear. Most people play Static Prison because that card's like pretty good. So I don't know. Like I'm not sure if 4 Static Prison is the right number. Like it kind of is awkward in a lot of ways.
So what's your plan here? You just board in 4 Static Prison in the dark against everybody because they probably have some bullshit.
Like yeah.
I mean, to be clear, I don't have a better plan than that right now, so I'm not criticizing that exactly. But like, odds are, if I like decided to play this deck seriously and tinkered with it, I would not end up on a list that was doing something other than 4 Static Prison.
That makes a lot of sense. That's why I think you see Wear Tear sometimes from some people. I guess I'll click around real quick and see. What did you think of the Flages that people had? The one white.
I don't get it.
Okay.
I don't understand what you're accomplishing.
I also did not really understand it either, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. Like it just means we don't understand.
Don't take that to mean that it's bad. Yeah, I just don't get it. Like I don't know what is happening in the format where it's actually that beats them. Especially because it uses your graveyard anyway, right? So it it doesn't sidestep graveyard hate.
Huh. Someone brought up Rip Apart, which is kind of interesting because it kills almost everything you want. I mean, obviously it's like color intensive, but like that's like.
I mean, it just costs 1 more. Yeah, it's like, does it like what does it do that Static Prison doesn't do? Ley lines, I guess.
Well, no, both of these tackle ley line. This is destroy target artifact or enchantment or. Deal 3.
That's right. Static Prison doesn't care about.
No, that's why it's like Static Prison's kind of great because it costs 1 and basically tags everything for like 2.5 turns or however you want to think about it.
So it's just a question of like, are there games where your opponent plays a thing you need to remove, you can Static Prison it, and then just like chill for a couple turns? Obviously, you can't do that with Static Prison because it comes back 2 turns later. But like with Rip Apart, you could. So that's the use case for Rip Apart.
So it actually comes back 3 turns later.
Even better, but
yeah, sure, I mean, like this card is like it's obviously a temporary answer, but I'm not sure like how much that matters because I think in a lot of games a 3-turn winner is enough for you to kill your opponent, right?
Yeah.
We could play like one of these.
Like in addition to the Static Prison?
I would just shave 1 for Rip Apart.
Okay. Sound whatever. I mean, they're pretty much the same, right?
Well, the downside of this one is it's really hard to cast if you draw like only mountains.
Okay.
The Gemstone Caverns also top deck do not cast this card, so that might be a deal breaker as well.
One we might want to ease off those.
One last thing. A lot of people play Alchemist Gambit. This is probably not clear to you why people play this card, right?
Oh, okay. I looked at it and I was like, oh, I get it. It's to beat the One Ring. And then I read the One Ring, and it turns out this card doesn't beat the One Ring.
It does.
Know what the fuck it's for.
It does.
How?
Because the damage can't be prevented during the extra turn. So you cast Empty the Warrens plus Alchemist Gambit.
Oh, so you have to wish. That's
yes.
A lot. That's a lot to ask.
I would just say this is why I wanted to bring it up because it's definitely not intuitive if you don't read it.
I mean, I intuited it and then I read it and that unintuited it, and so I thought myself out of it apparently.
Well, but obviously you were just thinking about Grapeshot because you're like, oh, I still can't Grapeshot them, but you can certainly attack them with Goblin tokens.
Yeah, that would work.
But I think one of the big issues with that is you need to actually like get an enormous amount of resources to do all of that because that basically implies that you wish empty for enough goblins and then wish for Gambit.
I mean, presumably you wish and then pass in flames and then wish.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, in the games that aren't broken, it's, like, very easy to do that. Like, you can draw basically your entire deck, obviously, and then that works. Right. I just wonder if there's, like, a cleaner way to do this, and the problem is I don't know of a cleaner way.
No, it all seems fine. Like,
Okay.
That's a plan, and I don't know how else you beat the One Ring, so that's fine.
Let me see if other people have discovered another way. The one issue I have is I kind of feel like people are just lazy and just copy and paste the lists that they see, and no one
Oh, for
actually
sure.
like fixes anything. Which is why I wanted to get your unique perspective and see if we could fix things. But
That would require me to use my brain cells, and I'm not prepared to do that.
Okay, I see.
Instead, you're just getting watermelon shrout.
Watermelon shrout, nice. Bone Crusher does not help very much either. No one's gonna post fixes the week for the Pro. That is a reasonable point.
Yeah, that's the thing. Anyone who does have a unique idea is gonna not play it in a place where it's gonna get published anyway. So it's always like this. I remember the first Philadelphia, right? The first Modern Pro Tour. The modern dailies. There were like 3 weeks of modern dailies before that Pro Tour, and like the shit that people played on day one was the exact same 75s people were still playing on like day 19. Like nobody was innovating even the tiniest little bit because they were like not trying to show their hand for the Pro Tour. Now I imagine there's the same thing going on.
Let me see if I can find this. Oh yeah, we found this 4.0 right before the Pro Tour. Splinter Twin. I broke it. Do you remember?
This was the winning deck. So you clearly.
Yeah, and also Estradi copied my list because it still had the Pact of Negation, and everyone else on my team was like, "We should cut this card because it's only good in the mirror match." Because it was like really bad for Zoo because you couldn't actually protect your creature with Pact.
That sounds right.
Oh, and we eventually.
I wasn't playing in this Pro Tour, so I didn't really like test for it or anything. But I believe you.
Yeah, that format was something else. I'll tell you what.
Unstable amulet. Yeah. So okay. What I actually want to try, and I have a feeling you'll just be like, that sounds bad, and not want to fuck with it. But I'm convinced this deck wants the White Remand.
Reprieve. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this deck wants like 3 Grapeshots main and then like 2 or 3 Reprieves.
Yeah. If I actually convince you to play, you'll probably try that. That is very unlikely to actually happen, I think.
Fair enough.
But you know,
I just wanted to put that out there so that when that deck wins the Pro Tour, I will be on record.
Oh, good. You can be on record. And in fact, some of the PT people might be listening to this. So who can say? Should we play one Wear Tear?
I mean, we're already going ham on. We already have a Rip Apart and 4. No, okay, we cut a Static Prison.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 is a lot. Like historically, I have not liked boarding in answers in Storm.
Okay. But the other question is, should we play a second Empty the Warrens so we can sideboard one in?
Probably. So the weird thing there is, all these control decks are playing 4.
Wrath of the Skies is So like,
well, that's part of the problem. The other problem is they're all playing 4 Tamios, and if Tamio flips, she just upticks and counters Empty.
So, oh, that's so funny. So basically, that's a bad plan versus those decks.
Yeah, which means Empty is like pretty sketchy against control, where it used to be like a pretty valuable tool. It might still be good against Scam. I don't know. I don't have context.
It depends on how the Scam deck is built, obviously. Like, I have played like engineered explosives in Scam in the past, and I don't know. It's like kind of not a hard thing for them to just sideboard that card in because like their Fatal Push is kind of
Yeah, like I said, I imagine.
Fatal Push is the wrong card to compare because they can't really cut that one. But like whatever like awkward like expensive card could probably get cut for engineered explosives, you know?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I imagine it's no different from like playing against Jund or playing against like Hollow One or whatever. Like whatever the base black mid range deck has been in Modern through the years. Like Empty has always been like a plan, but not like a brilliant plan because they usually had some outs, whatever it would happen to be. But like
one really awkward thing about that matchup nowadays is they main deck Dauthi Voidwalker often, so your Passing Flames kind of suck, which is really awkward.
which would be a good reason to play a bunch of Grapeshots in the main, instead of like having to use one of your 2 wishes.
It's funny because I was railbirding IRL like Storm versus Scam game. People were just playing for fun, and the person just like exiled their Grapeshot to Voidwalker. I'm like, oh, if you just stack your Grapeshot differently, you can just kill the Voidwalker before the original copy of Grapeshot resolves, so it wouldn't get exiled. And it blew their mind. And I'm just
if that blows their mind, they need to not be playing this deck.
I was thinking that in my head, but I didn't want to say that because that seems kind of mean to actually say.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know them, and they're anonymous in the story, so I'm comfortable being mean about
it. They were a nice person, so you can't be mean to this anonymous person that you've never met.
I just did. Watch me. I'll do it again.
Wow.
So I don't give a shit.
Shrout is being a rude, crude dude right now, chat, and you all need to roast him.
Well,
okay.
Let's not go that far.
All right, let's figure out what our last sideboard slot should be.
So we have one sideboard slot. Is there any like crazy spice that like
I'm looking now.
I mentioned I don't remember what the card's called. The common, the white thing that gets back a 2 mana permanent from the graveyard.
You're talking about Jolted Awake?
Yeah, Jolted Awake.
So you just want to read? I mean,
I just like the idea of like they like turn 1 they like Thoughtseize or Grief and they take our Medallion or our Ral and then we just like Jolted Awake and go off. I don't know. It just seems like good insurance against this card. And it's like basically in any game where you don't have an enabler because it got discarded or countered, it basically lets you wish for an enabler that's in your graveyard for 1 mana, which seems valuable to me.
Ignite Memories has not aged well. I've had this discussion a lot. It doesn't actually kill anyone. One white leyline, that sounds like I want to vomit instead of do that.
Or are we wishing for it, or are we just boarding it in and getting lucky?
I mean, like, wishing for white leyline sounds kind of heinous because you need 7 mana to like cut off their discards after you've had 7 mana. I don't understand what scenario that looks like where the game looks like that. My issue with Jolted Awake is that it essentially costs 4 to rebuy your thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like super efficient. Like, it's just a precision tool. I think it's got like, it's some utility that like there will probably come situations where we will want our wish to be able to do that.
A lot of people have brought up Galvanic Relay, and I'm not sure about that one, frankly. But
I didn't like it much in older Gifts versions of Storm, but that's just from the one experience I had birding you playing it. It seemed, I don't know, it felt just like a worse pieces of the puzzle in that situation. Maybe the format's different now. I don't know. I'm not excited about it.
Apparently you sold someone in chat on the heavy Grapeshot reprieve stuff.
I didn't even like make a pitch. Like I basically just said like here's what I want to do, and then I didn't even explain why I wanted to do it. So all I had to do was be like, I want to do this, and Seeker's like, yeah, you know what's up.
So someone's asking why Jolted Awake is better than the White Unearth. Well, you can get back Ruby Medallion with Jolted Awake, and you can't with the Helping Hand. You cannot do that.
Yeah, that's the idea, is that you have 8 enablers, and it can get back all 8 of them.
Yeah. Okay, Spider Space actually showed up, which is the person whose initial list I sort of copied and then changed a few things. And he says it's insane not to play 4-stack Prison. Huh. Okay. I guess I'll...
Sure. I mean, I'm... Presumably, they have noticed that all we did was just turn the 4th one into a Rip Apart, which is like a marginal change, but...
I believe all those Gemstone Caverns were in Spider Space's main deck. Which is kind of like bananas to think about, but also makes a lot of sense. Like, I don't think card quantity matters that much. Maybe that's the wrong way of putting it. What's the right way of putting it?
I'm unsure what you're trying to put, so.
Well, my point is,
your own grave here.
My point is Chrome Walks is really good in this deck. If you could imprint anything.
Oh, yes.
I guess that was literally my point, which is not an insane point.
I don't know. I would just slam a Jolted Awaken there for the science and call it a day. But
okay, I guess I'll do that, but it seems honestly pretty terrible. But we'll see what happens. Right.
One more Hate Sweeper card. Yeah, so I did
Shattering Spree.
Yeah, that actually multiple permanents would be nice.
That sounds. Is Shattering Spree better than? Okay, yeah, it is because you're already gated by 3 mana, so anything expensive is like kind of off the table. Especially when you're trying to answer hate.
Yeah.
Brotherhood's End is interesting.
I used to have strong opinions that Vandal Blast was better than Shattering Spree, but that's just a different deck and a different format at this point. So I don't really have out there.
So I think now that's like really not the case because most of the time we're getting this via Wish. So if you want to overload Vandal Blast to wipe out multiple artifacts, that would cost you like 8 mana. And if you want to wipe out like say 2 to 3 artifacts off of Wish, that's only 5 to 6 mana, which I think is an enormous difference. Where to be? Otherwise, we always fold a Deafening Silence. We do not fold a Deafening Silence. I don't like. Please stop saying this.
I don't even know what Deafening Silence does, but I trust the Static Prison deals with it.
It's a single white enchantment from Throne and Eldrazi. Each player cannot cast more than one non-creature spell per turn.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, it's just one of those effects.
Right. Spider Space says, I don't like Brotherhood's End or Meltdown because we have the Ruby Medallion. That makes sense. I'll just play Shattering Spree then. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Spree seems reasonable. So, we have these Dranniths for the mirror. Are they good against anything else?
Technically Cascade decks.
Sure.
But I'm not sure there's, like, Cascade... Like, there is... Living End still exists as a deck. The Rhinos deck kind of got hunted to extinction due to Violent Outbursts being banned is part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good versus anyone else? I'm not sure. We'll find. We'll find out, I guess.
How do you feel about playing Dismember in the Drannith Magistrate spot?
It's fine to play one, I think. Wait. Whoops. Yeah.
Like this is a card I actually want to board in, not like as a wish target, but like I feel like being able to like tap out on turn 2 for Ral and then like dismember their Ral or dismember their Nadu or whatever to like keep them from comboing off.
No, I've seen one dismember in a bunch of these sideboards, so I'm fine with it as well. Biforce over. That's fine. I don't think you're. I think the matchups where you want to kill Drannith Magistrate or some hate card like that, like you're not going to care too much about Jegantha.
Yeah, unless if the game gets really... Jegantha matters in the Storm Mirror, so that's reasonable.
Oh, Biforce over Shattering Spree. Huh, that's interesting.
I don't know what that card does.
It's X and a red, destroy X target, X artifacts. So, okay. I guess it... if you have a Medallion out, it sort of breaks even to have this versus Shattering Spree, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't have a Medallion out, it's like kind of costly to do this. So I'm not sure. Like, I think it might be a wash, actually.
And I don't know, like, does the Replicate come up? Like, there's like Chalice for one, but like nobody plays Chalice for one anyway, and it doesn't really affect you.
Well,
so, like, are there other things like Chalice for one where the Replicate is relevant?
I think if you wanted to destroy multiple, oh no, if you want to destroy multiple things, you always have to pay a bunch of mana for Biforce anyway. So I think not really. I think it might just literally be a wash. Yeah, right. I'll just leave Shattering Spree. I can't really come up with a reason why Biforce would be better or worse. I think it's like mostly like very minute corner cases, if I had to guess. Yes, I mean the upside to Biforce is if you have Ral or Medallion, it is about the equally good. Byforce cannot kill Chalice on 2 if it's the only artifact. Okay, that's actually maybe a good reason to play Shattering Spree instead.
Yep, that checks out.
Because Chalice on 2 is very, very, very good versus deck. I mean, the deck is basically all 2-drops, right?
Yeah. Which I kind of hate. I don't know. I look at this list and I'm like, man, this deck needs some cantrips. I feel like the best way to build this deck is just to like put blue cards in it.
Well, the Siren Call of MTGO is you can do whatever you want on MTGO, Shrout. There's nothing stopping you.
Yeah, I agree.
Now your motivation may be what's stopping you, right?
Yep. Let's deal with Alchemist Gambit. It's to beat the One Ring. You wish for it. You wish for empty and then it. That's we had that discussion earlier.
It really is quite clever. Whoever discovered that, I don't know, like that's like not very obvious when you look at it to begin with, right?
Like I said, it was very obvious to me, and then I happened to actually read the One Ring, and I was like, wait a minute,
it doesn't work.
They're still protected on the extra turn. This is bullshit. And then I got it.
Did you get it?
Well, just now I did 10 minutes ago when you explained it.
Yeah. I think like there's a few cards you could play to beat the One Ring, and they're all not that exciting, frankly.
Oh, it also beats Leyline of Sanctity. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, that is sweet.
That's true. So the only thing, I guess the thing we're doing that most people aren't doing is we don't have the Phlages, but I'm not sure that it's any good.
An answer to Dranith. Okay, I mean, is Dranith Magistrate super common right now?
It is.
Like I know like last weekend, right? There was like the event where like Storm was all over the place, and so we've just come out of the week where everyone reacted to that. Is that the state of things?
Yeah, there was a modern showcase. I don't think Storm did like amazing, but I think it did okay. Although it's kind of hard to check like exactly what happened because it didn't get published.
Right.
What's the best card versus Merfolk? I don't know. I mean, I did lose to Merfolk the last time I played because like their deck had the following cards in play / in their deck. They had Force of Negation, very good versus Passing Flames. They had Relic of Progenitus, like a bunch of them, and they had Chalice of the Void. I'm just like, well, this is kind of a nightmare. Like, basically, I had to, like, weave through counterspells and kill all of their hate. So it didn't really work very well, if that makes sense.
Right. Spider's face. I am a huge fan of Jukes, or I was historically. It's just that there aren't any good ones anymore, as far as I can see. If there was a good Juke, I'd be all over that shit.
Yeah, the other problem with Phlage is that it is the exact wrong axis. God damn it. I keep seeing this Jarvis to me.
The best Juke... Yeah. The best Juke I could think of would be, like, Aria Flame.
I don't think that card has aged well. It's a lot easier to kill that than it used to be.
Well, sure, but, like, it doesn't care about a lot of the ways that people interact with you, which is the main thing it has going for it. Like, it's fine to be slower than normal.
That's true.
If you're a Juke, you know?
Also, I forgot that we owe some chests to the loyal viewers. We have no cantrips, sad face emoji. Because cantrips do make Phlage better, obviously. Alright. We'll open 2 for 1 for each sub. What do we get? Are you a Contested Warzone fan?
Yep. Not particularly.
How about...
I remember those,
the Kadotha
Rebirth decks back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
The deck, I think, kind of sucked, but people liked playing it. Ooh, Undercity Sewers. It's the blue-black Surveillant. Coat of Arms used to be a real casual player's dream.
Coat of Arms used to be like 12 tickets back when that was about the most expensive thing on Moto.
Faithless Footing. If we had Faithless Looting legal, I would probably put it in this deck.
Oh yeah, I would absolutely loot the shit out of this deck.
It would make your Phages better.
It would just give you something to do on turn 1. Which is the main thing.
Flame Slash greater than Dismember?
Why?
Yeah, that is a good question. Why?
Show your work.
Alright, people bet some channel points. No life loss has been called. Does that matter?
I don't know. I don't play this format. It might, to be fair.
We're playing against DB _ mana symbol. So this is one of the MTGO creator accounts. I have one as well, but I don't need to use it at the moment, so I'm not. And we got a lot of believers in the chat. Alright, well, we don't have an enabler.
You just like auto mulligan hands that don't have one?
I'm not sure. I was thinking about this a lot.
I mean, we do have 3 extra looks with all these Metamorphoses. Oh, I mean, and it's not like we're doing anything on turn 1 anyway. We're just fetching a
Surveillant, yeah.
land, right?
Yep, a Surveillant.
Fuck it, let's keep it.
And I already did, but also one of the secret things about this, HF, is you can also just fire off the impulse on turn 2 and it's fine.
Right.
Why am I getting so much lag?
Probably my fault.
Probably not, but if you want to take responsibility, I'm not going to stop you. You mull 2 coupons in the mirrors. Oh, looks like we were playing against a counterspell deck, maybe. In which case, I will shove a draw 2 into their face and see if they counter it.
I like this plan.
I mean, our hand is all spells. Interesting. Do I want to keep that versus like Mystigate Plains? I don't know.
I would lean yes.
Okay, that's fine. Do I play Wren's of Resolve or Reckless Impulse first? Reckless Impulse because it's a cooler card.
Are they literally the same card?
Yeah.
I don't.
They're literally the same card from different sets.
Right.
And we cannot cast any of the spells off of this turn, so we can just have 6. Mountain Strike it Rich, so we can use those cards. Next turn. Tune the Narrative, which is a cantrip that gets you 2 energy. Looks like Jeskai or Azorius, like energy control. Probably Jeskai because there's a lightning bolt as well. Like that uses energy. Alright. I think I'll just cast Strike it Rich first.
Oh, were you playing our other draw 2?
Probably, yeah. The real issue is I think we need to create a window where like our opponent's tapped out and just like cast all of our stuff, but it's kind of hard to do that.
Right. I have no idea how you do that anymore. You can't like play a gifts at their end step like you used to be able to.
Snapcaster, attune the narrative.
Hell yeah. All that energy.
So the Wrath of the Skies uses energy, which is a major reason to play that card.
Right.
How do we get them to do anything?
Well, we don't have to immediately, right? Like, we can just... I think the first thing we do before we do anything else is just play this Desperate Ritual.
I agree. Because it's going to get discarded anyways, so...
Right.
Then I'm just going to cast this as well.
Yep. We just keep chaining these until we run out of land drops, probably.
Holy shit, we found so many lands. I think I'm just going to play the mountain off of that and flashback Strike It Rich.
Sure, that'll work.
That treasure does oddly look like a ruby as well. It's on theme. Oh, I wonder if they have Aether Spike in their deck. It's like a bad 4 spike.
Yeah. And none of the lists I looked at had it. We also haven't seen any red cards, right? So.
Yeah, it's possible they're just blue-white energy control.
Mystic Gate kind of suggests that they don't have them.
Well, no, because a lot of the Jeskai decks play that card now, so you can filter your blue into double white for Flage.
Okay.
So I would suspect it is Jeskai, but we'll find out. Wow, I'm so smart. Can I pat myself on the back?
Well, if you're limber enough.
Alright. Do I run this Medallion out and watch it get counterspelled? Or do I just play my land and play Glimpse the Impossible?
You could lead with a Manamorphose and see if you hit a second enabler, although they probably just have 2 counters, right?
/ removal, yeah. Oh, I'm playing this no matter what.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to cast this and see what they do.
Yeah, I mean, I think the normal way you break through here is just cast a bunch of things they have to counter.
And this is a lot of...
Glimpse it counts as one of those cards right now. I honestly would have just jammed the Ruby here, I think.
Huh.
And, like, yeah, they counter it, but, like, you have to work through whatever's in their hand anyway.
They
counter this, though.
Nice.
Okay, deal.
Acceptable. Do you want to cast this as well?
I don't hate it. I might just cast the Ruby here.
Alright. I guess the upside is if they don't have a counter, it's very good for us.
Yeah, I mean, like, we got them to do something, so that's about as close as we're going to get. They probably do have a second counter, but I mean, we have to power through those anyway.
It's also probably better to do it this turn so they can't Snapcast or Counterspell. I mean, next turn, obviously, they'll have the option, but this does at least force a very narrow window where they need to have, like, literal double Counterspell. Or something similar. I guess they could have Invert Polarity, which is the cancel. Oh, I wanted to cast more stuff.
Alright, now we lead with this Manamorphose. What removal do they have for Ruby?
Not any instant speed ones, I think. Like, they usually play, like, Prismatic Ending, but that's a sorcery.
I actually did not know that was a sorcery, so that's...
Okay, well, we're responding here. I'm surprised they didn't counter the Ruby, yeah.
Oh, yeah, really, why wouldn't they just counter the Ruby? They have the counter.
Okay, well, we found a lot of enablers. So they're counterspelling our thing instead of copying it. How many answers are source of... Yeah, I think it's Ral Impulse, but how many...
Ral Impulse.
How many instants or sorceries have I cast? I cast Glimpse.
Oh, does it? It'd be 6, right? Because I mean, the only you didn't cast like your storm counts 7. One of those was the ruby, but everything else counts, right?
Well, no, but one of them was their spell.
That's right. Yeah.
But
Okay,
I think I'm still
so
supposed. Yeah, I still think I do this. Very obviously.
So 4 then, but yeah.
All right, we didn't win the flip anyways. Wish and Pass in Flames. Remember, I have these on way away for next turn as well, but I still might want to.
We're just done, right? We have 1 mana. There's nothing left to do.
Well, so if I cast Wish and flip Ral, it wins the game probably.
Flip Ral.
So
Yeah,
that's one thing.
no,
I think I'm going to do that and take my coin flip win.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. You did it. You're a genius.
I mean, this is a very common play for this deck. And then we can decide on the Wish later what to do with it.
And we're out of mana though, right? And we have
the spells off of Ral are free.
You don't. That's insane.
That's what I said. Ral was incredibly broken. I said that already.
Okay. All right. I read most of the ability, but I didn't get to the end of it apparently.
Well, now you've learned something, right?
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Ral is very, very, very good. Is the answer. I kind of like siding in some Static Prisons and maybe some Orim Chants. And I kind of like cutting Strike It Rich. Is that crazy?
I mean, you got to cut something.
And also, I think the game just go long.
Sure, but I mean, why are we bringing in all these Static Prisons?
Because they usually have Draneth Magistrate in their sideboard. But they could also have like High Noon, which is the it's also like a rule of law that costs 2, etc.
Let's bring in 3 of those, and
well, I have 2 Chants in a prison. I might side in another.
We're never gonna wish for Chant, right? So.
Well, it's incredibly slow to wish for Chant. Yeah.
Yeah.
But wishing for prison doesn't work either versus Draneth Magistrate. So.
Oh yeah, sure. So, I mean, what are the other cuttable cards?
I don't know. I suspect some number of these maybe. Although it's kind of hard because if you cut too many of them, your deck just doesn't work.
You can probably move the Grapeshot to the board in this matchup, since we're not doing anything cool with reprieves.
Okay.
So, and it's not like it. I don't know. You can't use it to build Storm naturally or anything interesting with it.
Could side in a third Chant as well, but I kind of think maybe 3 Chants is too many. Actually, just looking at this now.
I mean, Chant's pretty nice though. You could cut a Past in Flames.
I didn't. There's one in the sideboard for Wish.
No, I meant you could. No, you could cut one. You could go down to 2 in the main.
Sure. I'll side in one more prison because I have to fear, but maybe that's ridiculous.
And we're leaving 1 Chant in the board. I mean, I feel like Chant's pretty good here, man.
Okay, we'll cut 1 Wish.
Maybe this matchup is more permanent based than I give it credit for, but I mean, the deck does have Counterspell and fancy cancel that steals your shit and Spell Snare apparently. So that's enough that Orim Chant seems pretty good here.
Did we just bulldoze our way through 2 counterspells that game? Or was it just 1? No, it was 2. It was 2.
It was 2, yeah.
But I feel that's always been the case with the Storm deck, honestly.
They should have let the 3-cost thing resolve. That they messed that up, I think.
Instead of counterspelling it?
They did weird shit that game.
Ooh, Gemstone Caverns.
It's time.
What are we imprinting? That's the real question.
One of the rituals, presumably.
Yeah. Am I going to cast? Yeah, I'm casting one of these enablers on one. I think it should be Ruby Medallion, I think, because that one's less vulnerable.
Sure. I mean, the question in my mind was, are you just going to cast Ruby, or are we going to go to like desperate Ruby shenanigans?
No, I think we can wait one turn. Because getting the Ral in play is a lot of value as well if they like tap out for something that we don't care about. Which incidentally is not very likely, but theoretically could happen.
Gotten the turn 1 kill yet? I think we've been playing this deck a long time. Ooh, we resolved it.
Spider Space had a screenshot of turn 1 kill with this exact setup, basically. But obviously you have to cast a ritual first. But
I feel like the Ruby in play is not like as big a advantage as I would have liked. Which is kind of
well, I think we can push on them now and see what they do, right?
Sort of, except not really with this hand so much. Like, what are you wanting to do here?
Well, what do you want to do? Like, just like, I mean, the thing we could actually do is just put Gigantha in our hand and try to cast on turn 4 or turn 3.
Okay, that works. I was gonna suggest just getting the filter land, but
Spider Space says I just buy Jeg, and that's my instinct as well.
Okay, that works. I kind of forgot that was an option, so
it actually looks very good here to do that.
Weirdly, yeah, no, it definitely does for sure.
Gigantha haters in shambles. Jeg kinds of go. Jeg goes crazy because it's a 5/5 for 4 mana. It's like Iomori of the Open Fist.
Takes so much energy to sweep that thing away.
Does it?
Energy they do have, unfortunately. So there's that.
Question is if I go Ral. No, it doesn't. Like another ritual doesn't actually change very much, right? Because you don't really have a lot of books.
I think you are searching for. Why did we get Mountain?
Oh, what do you want to get? Yeah, I would just cast.
I wanted to get the Surveil land and then Manamorphose, but it doesn't matter at this point. We can just jam Gigantha. That's fine.
How good is Ral? Ral is very good. I think Ral is one of the reasons this deck is actually pretty good. Ooh, it resolved. Are we getting Wrath next turn? It actually doesn't even bother us very much if we get Wrath next turn, assuming we draw an action spell.
Right, because then they're tapped out and we can do Ral things, yeah. So my logic was we surveil one, right? If there's an action spell there, then we can, like, threaten to play multiple action spells and Gigantha with our rituals. Like, we can just have this be, like, the turn where we make them have multiple things.
Mm-hmm. Damn, this card's kind of sick.
Oh yeah, they can just straight up steal your Gigantha. That'd be great.
Flame of Anor.
Yeah, that's a card.
It is, like, but we got our value out of it. Ooh, they are spending 5 energy to kill our Gigantha. That's fine.
Oh, the value.
Are they doing anything else? Nope. So they don't have lands. Do you want to just cast Ral and see if they counterspell it? Or do you just want to cast Reckless Impulse and see if they counterspell that one?
I think they are... I mean, they'll counter Ral for sure if they have it. They might not counter Reckless Impulse, right?
So then it's better for us to cast Reckless Impulse, right?
I guess so. Yeah, sure. I mean... I don't know why we tapped it that way. Oh, I guess this thing is...
Isn't this a rainbow source? Like...
Yes, it is. Ooh, okay.
Okay, so the question is, what do we do now?
Now we Pyretic Brawl.
Yeah.
Right?
And then cast Manamorphose, probably.
Yep.
Force of Negation? Nope. We do need to get a little bit lucky. Also, I might just flip the Ral. Just, like, small flip.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering, like, are we? I guess we don't need to use the Desperate Ritual yet, so I was gonna say we just do use it first, but I guess there's no reason to. Well, I wouldn't play that. I would just play the Desperate, try and flip.
Sure. Okay. Oh, we didn't go anywhere.
Right. Never mind. Now you can play it, I guess, but maybe there's some value in having it sit in your hand and be scary.
I don't think so.
So like, what would we have in our hand?
Yeah, I think like...
And that we wouldn't play, so yeah, that's...
Yeah. Buy Gigantha. It would be a lovely time to rebuy Gigantha from our graveyard to our hand. Bertensini style. Holding is good for Valakut Awakening. Oh, that's a good reason to hold then. So now I don't even want to cast this, because then they get to use their counterspell, right? Or is that crazy?
I think we want to flip Ral, right?
I mean, flipping it here doesn't do that much.
I'm sure it does. It keeps it from getting bolted or whatever.
This bolt goes after Planeswalkers as well.
Okay.
I'm just going to hit them for 1 and say go.
Ral is Ral sized to beat Snapcaster Mage? It is, right?
It's a 1/3, yeah. But if they had Snapcaster, they could just Snapcaster Galvanic anyways, so it's kind of irrelevant.
True.
Rats. We're going to need some action. And the unfortunate part is we have all these dead, like, hate permanent cards to draw into, which is not good.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we also don't have any Strike Riches to draw, which I think that's mostly what I shaved for those cards, so it's kind of whatever, right? And then we're going to wait one more turn. Like, we're not in immediate danger, and maybe we get, like, something else that can threaten them as well.
I don't know. I mean, giving every draw step we give them is, like, kind of a disaster, right? So...
Yeah, sort of.
I think we might have been better off just jamming Ren's Resolve there.
Maybe we'll draw Orim's...
Is this ritual, which is not exciting, but...
Maybe we'll draw Orim's Chant. Orim's Chant. I guess we have to, like, do things now, otherwise it's gonna...
We drew a Surveil land.
Yeah, but you should just cast Ren's Resolve first before using the Surveil land, I think.
Right. Do we have to do that this turn?
I think so, because this gives you clues when it attacks.
Sure, but, like, they have to spend mana to use the clues, so, I mean, I feel like that only matters...
Alright, we found 2 enablers. So I'm not even gonna... Maybe I should cast one of them this turn?
I would play the Ruby.
Yeah.
Like, immediately.
And if they counter it, that's fine. Well, we don't have any Flages in our deck, and that's fine. Okay. They lost the flip, so they counter our thing. Should I play the Ral out? That sacrifices no Surveil land, essentially. Or do you think I can wait?
That's interesting. I mean... Yeah, I would just go ahead and play it, actually. Like, we want to get in under...
Yeah.
Potential, like... Because there's nothing in the... Well, they could Flame of Honor it, I guess. In the graveyard if they have a land, but...
Mm-hmm.
Like if we let it sit, then that exposes it to Snapcast Counterspell.
There it is.
Nice.
It's funny for game 3, I might just cut 2 Gemstone Caverns on the play because the redundant ones are kind of awful.
Yeah, that sounds right. Did you cut land, like just straight up for the Gemstone Caverns, or are they?
In general, yeah. We could have used that last turn.
Like, are we playing the same number of lands as everybody else, except that like some of them are Gemstone Caverns?
Yes,
they are, right?
yes. But I think you can still cut 2 in a matchup like
So
this, anyways. Like they don't look very good here. I think now that I've seen the Drannith Magistrate for sure.
Don't you want to leave one? I guess we have Dismember, so that's fine.
Well,
you can't wish anyway.
That was my point. Like, and also like I'm cutting like the redundant Gemstone Caverns for it. It's possible I want one Gemstone, like one Shrekid Rich over one of these other spells though.
I don't know that the Dismembers is like really that necessary. Like we have like 5 answers is a lot.
Okay. I'll put one Shrekid Rich back in my deck because it's mana.
Sure.
Alright. We kind of got trashed that game, and I thought we were going to be in really good shape, and it kind of didn't play out that way. It is what it is.
Yeah, we needed like
an action spell.
More action, basically. I'm not sure how to do that. The third copy of Past and Flames might be better than the one random strike at Rich, too.
Grapeshot main deck is better than Strike? Okay, that's fine. Put the Grapeshot back in. I don't feel strongly about it either way. Alright, yes, we'll play first. Well, Gemstone Caverns would not save me anyways in this hand, so...
Nope.
I think you're kind of priced into keeping these hands.
Yep.
I think I'm going to bottom the second Ral.
Is that better than... like, I would just bottom the second Ruby instead, but...
Well...
Like, isn't Ral just a card?
I see what you're saying. Huh. Okay. I'm for that.
I mean, we just have a lot of redundancy in that effect, and...
I definitely want to bottom one of those, period. Oh god, that's so awkward. I think I'm just gonna bin it. I can't really afford to draw that.
We're binning everything that's not a land.
They're all getting countered. We should just ban Goon the Spin for saying that.
They're probably right.
Always had it. I'm just gonna get Mountain and like preserve a few life points. I don't think the second white source really matters except for kicked Orim's Chant.
Agree.
I'm gonna play this out because of Galvanic Discharge.
Here, right?
Yeah. It's not that easy for them to. Yeah, I had that thought. I think Spellsnare was like weirdly good in the format again. It has this like cyclical factor where it's like sometimes it's insane, which is kind of funny to think about, right?
I mean, it's good specifically because of this deck right now, right? Like, it's not good against like the Nadu decks, is it?
Not particularly, no.
It's not particularly good against like Tron or Scam, so
it's fine for Scam actually, but what's this? Rats. Alright, a land would actually be good. A ritual would also be good. That's not so good. I think I'm just gonna play this in Seiko. Is that crazy?
Well, we can hit a land off Ren's Resolve, so...
So you want to go Ritual, Ral, Resolve?
I don't know that I want to do that, but I it's worth thinking about. Because like if you let them untap, things get dangerous, right?
But I mean, I could
like,
just
we
play
could
it.
potentially pop off here. No, I understand. But like that's not that great. Like we. Yeah, just play it. That's fine.
Rit's fine here. All right, okay. Spider Space wants to do the thing you're suggesting, so we'll do it. That's fine, and we'll see what happens. Heads. Nope, lost the flip, so I don't even have to decide. Okay, that's like that makes our play look better, I think. To do this. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just a wash. Don't kill my guy, don't kill my guy, don't kill my guy, don't kill my guy, don't kill my guy. Alright, I guess I didn't kill my guy, but that's a real beat.
So we have to like play replacement Ral and then Grapeshot? Is that the plan?
But it
wait, Ral doesn't reduce rolls, right?
It's a 1/3.
Oh, okay. Damn it. Alright, never mind then. Yeah, this is a disaster. We could attack. That doesn't do anything, does it?
It does, actually. They might not block. Just Grapeshot, win a flip. Oh, then I'm 50%. Yeah, okay, that's actually good. No! I was 50%. So do you know that one of the modes is minus, like, deal 2 damage to something?
Oh, okay. No,
so
I did not.
That play was clearly correct, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that was sweet.
But we're probably going to lose now. Like, I think, like, now...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're absolutely wrecked.
Get good? I tried my best. I've made the good play.
I mean, we gave ourselves chances to win. Whereas if we just, like, tapped out for all on turn 2, or on that turn, like, what happens? They play Draneth, and then... Actually, we beat them then, don't we? So there's that. But...
I think if we had actually just played the Ral and Zedgo, it would have been much better for us, because we probably could have Grapeshotted the thingamajig.
Right. Yep.
Alright, now I don't want to get in my free damage, because I don't think it accomplishes very much.
True.
I'm a Hearthstone streamer now? What does that mean?
It means you enjoy nonsense happening.
Is this nonsense? This is not really that nonsensical.
Well, no, like, you enjoy coin flips, basically, is what they're getting at, I think.
Oh, I see.
I mean, given what they had, the hold would have definitely worked out better, but I'm just paranoid about giving them untaps. I just want to try and do something broken as fast as possible. That's kind of the mode that I approach these decks from.
All of our stuff's getting countered. Who said that? Someone said that was going to happen? Whoever said that, you're banned now.
Jarvis doesn't like people telling the truth in his Twitch chat.
Well, it's not a very pleasant truth. I'll tell you what. I'm still casting it. I think we just have to, like, keep running stuff in and hope it eventually works out, even though it's, like, not very likely to. Alright,
It is absolutely... Yeah, I'm fine wrapping it up.
That was tragic. I feel like we were, like, basically in it all 3 of the games. Well, I guess game 1 we kind of just destroyed our opponent instead, but the other 2 games were kind of close and just didn't go our way.
Yeah, I mean that's probably how that matchup is going to go a lot. Like they have a lot of interaction, and you just have to power through it.
Yep. So we're 0-1, but I don't know. Like it was kind of close, and it honestly like we were in pretty good spots in the 3rd game and in the 2nd game, right?
Yeah. So if everyone's playing this Drannith Magistrate card, that makes me really want to be playing like multiple Grapeshots and some reprieves.
Oh yeah, because you could also just reprieve their Drannith Magistrate and kill them instead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You can do that. You can also just like build up some stuff in hand and then like play some rituals and then like Grapeshot, reprieve Grapeshot.
Oh, by the way, Ruben Zoo says hello. I've received this message.
Sweet. All right. Hello, Ruben.
Stevie Rubes. Magic Forever bot 7. Do you think our opponent is a magic bot?
We should try and buy their deck from them so that they can't play it.
I mean, I guess I keep. Like, this is a Gigantha. Maybe it's a mirror. If it's a mirror, this hand's like kind of horrendous, but it's hard to say that.
We were told that you could keep these hands, so I am absolved of responsibility.
JW Ho, this is nonsense. You're in Amsterdam and you're not allowed to bet Snoopy points. I miss America. Space said he would mull. Oh, too late. It's probably not a mirror if they have Flooded Strand. I wonder what it is. Oh. Are there any Pyroclasm effects bolted onto Red Storm cards, or do you need to wait until MH6? Do you count Scattershot? Triome. It's probably Domain Zoo, honestly. This hand's not very good. Yeah. So this is probably Territorial Kavu, which is a 5/5 that can also eat our graveyard. Oh, it's Time Draco. I don't care about that one.
Big old boy for cheap. Well, you kind of care about that one.
I'll tell you what I don't care about. Lands.
True. Didn't we just bin that card? What the fuck?
Should I just cast my Impulse? Probably, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's better than fetching a Surveil Land because you look at more cards. Alright. Also, obviously our Life Total does matter. Alright, a Ruby Medallion and Desperate Ritual. That's nice. Maybe they will tap
so
out.
This deck has the like Leyline
Binding, yeah. And they have Domain.
Binding, yeah. I was like Leyline Boundary. What is that card called? They have that, and they have the counter as well. Stubborn Denial.
Yep, Stubborn Denial. Yep.
So we're unlikely to resolve our shit, is what you're telling me.
Well, we just have to be selective about what shit we're trying to resolve. Unfortunately, like, we're incentivized to tap out next turn because, like, our cards only work for one turn. Yep.
Yeah, I suggest we try and resolve the shit that we have to resolve next turn, or it goes away. Yeah, so maybe I feel like we're pretty well telegraphed here.
Maybe our opponent will play another big idiot, and then we will kill them. Okay, so they probably have Leyline Binding, which means we can probably navigate around that a little bit, but kind of depends.
Can we? So we could. You want to like Ritual and then play Ruby, is what you're telling me, and then we can what?
Then Ritual and Metamorphose, but like. Yeah, so you get. No. It's the same effect, I think, overall, right?
Well, you get to resolve one. Oh, I see what you're saying. You get. It's the same effect unless you hit another ritual, in which case you get.
Oh, then it's better to do it this way, yeah. So. I'm just going to do the obvious thing then. Oh, they don't have it. Like, it's very clear that they don't have it because you should just respond immediately, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they could have stubborn denial up, but they would have they can stubborn the medallion, right? So.
Well, this taps for white, black, red, so no.
Okay. So no, we're good. All right, deal.
Guess there's a chance that they just forgot, but it kind of looks like they just don't have it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is a good use of Valkid Awakening to bin all these lands. Oh, wait, I guess I could just pass in Flames, right?
Yeah, you passed here. Because if you,
sure.
You could potentially whip off the Valkid.
Sure.
I like it when our opponent doesn't interact with us and we just do a broken thing. Let's keep doing that.
That's been your MO for a long ass time, hasn't it?
Yep, that's the plan.
Oh, Impulse looking for another Desperate Ritual, but I think it's kind of irrelevant. Like, I think our opponent's unfathomably dead. I guess we did find the Desperate Ritual, except these are actually in the wrong zone to splice onto it, so...
You should play Ral first, right? Because
yeah.
Does they play Bolt? It does, right?
It does.
So like you play Ral and then you can respond with 2 different instants.
Also flip rats. That's okay though. I think we're still in pretty good shape.
It was a side quest anyway.
Well, sort of. It would have killed our opponent if it had lived, so it wasn't really a side quest, but... yeah, I guess I'll cast Glimpse first. Alright, well, this should be enough, I think.
We probably should have led with Glimpse so we could respond with 2 different rituals.
Oh, yeah. Whoops. That is definitely correct. Alright, whatever. I'm going to click buttons. I think it mostly doesn't matter what I do.
That is my impression of the situation. Although I don't know that we need to play that Ruby, but whatever. Because we might get a little cramped on mana, right?
Boy, I could just flashback Pass in Flames, cast the rituals again, right?
Oh, I thought we were out of rituals. I thought we used them all.
No, okay, there's 2 in my graveyard. Yeah.
Carry on then. Don't let me get hung up on stuff. Wait, why didn't we just play the stuff in our...
Because if... well, I don't know, whatever. It's mostly fine, I think.
Sure, yeah. Like I said, carry on.
There's the Grapeshot. They're at 14. I will target them with Grapeshot.
Valkid Awakening is an instant.
It is.
Holy shit. I didn't know that. Alright.
That's one of the cards you can test spell the Jeskai deck with, actually. That's like the only one in our deck.
Maybe we should play 2 of them.
Alright, easy win game 1. What's in their sideboard? Meddling Mages, Damping Spheres, Rest in Pieces. Sounds like it's time for our boy, Static Prison.
Yep.
I don't think I actually want Orim's Chant versus a deck that only has, like, 4 Stubborn Denial, if that makes sense. Although I guess it, like, it sort of covers... I mean,
you could just, like... You could, like, play it on turn 1, right? Just, like, stop them from doing a thing.
I guess, but, like whatever. That doesn't seem very... Yeah, does not seem good to me.
Are we supposed to leave 1 Static Prison in the board?
I guess in this matchup, probably, yeah.
What did you say? Meddling Mage?
Rest in Peace and Damping Sphere.
That's a lot of things.
Maybe... So having the main deck Grapeshot is good versus Meddling Mage as well.
True.
All right, I think I'm just going to submit this and hope it works out.
All right.
Gemstone Caverns are better on the draw as well. Do I bring in Dismember? I'm not sure.
No, I don't think so. I think it's nice to have it like as like a wish target for if they like Meddling Mage Static Prison or something like that.
Well, I have
Hexproof or some shit.
I have some lands to ditch to my Gemstone Caverns. That's nice. See you later, Mountain. Bald in a cattle? Nope. I was going to fetch for that.
We have 2 copies, right?
Or should I just cast one of these?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do anyway.
Okay. Shrout's a reckless boy. Ooh, are we getting stubbed? Looks like it. I feel like I could see you playing Domain Zoo as well.
Eh.
They sure got me, yeah. They got
Domain Zoo was a thing like 10 years ago. It wasn't good then. Obviously, it's a very different deck now, but like...
It's true. It is extremely different compared to before. All right, rest in peace, Meddling Mage. Territorial Kavu. Looks like Territorial Kavu. So this can eat stuff from our graveyard when it attacks. But I think I'm just going to cast this first. And then play my land after, probably.
Yeah.
All right. That's a shame we won't be able to use both of those by next turn, but... Or maybe we will.
I was about to say, or...
Alright, just tap out for another big thing. Please just tap all 3 mana for some big doof. That doesn't matter to me.
Do they have 3 mana doofs?
They could put Jacantha in their hand. Oh, they're rummaging. Huh. Alright, they discarded a land. There's the rip. Alright, I think we have to play our Medallion, obviously. They've already used one stub, like... Yeah. I mean, I can't really avoid it, right?
Yeah, I mean... Like, yeah, Stub's a disaster, and we can't do anything about it, so...
Oh, instant resolved. GG's mana symbol. I'll just cast my ritual first, I think. Like, they can't really have anything, right? Yeah. Nope. Okay.
You're
cool.
asking the wrong person, but...
In these scenarios, am I supposed to glimpse or reckless impulse?
You're ultimately gonna do both, right? But like,
well, I'm
like you don't have access to your graveyard. So it's not like you need to be mana efficient for Past in Flames reasons.
Sure. Okay.
Like you're gonna have to hit a ritual to actually like proceed. Sure. So you may as well look at an extra card.
Lead glimpse. So if I hit lead glimpse, so if I hit Ral, I can use a mana reduction. doesn't that mean I should lead Impulse then? Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
This is what I
yeah,
want.
that's fair.
Hmm. I think I just cast this looking for a ritual still. Well, actually, I guess I cast this
Probably.
looks for more rituals.
So we can. What can we wish for that matters? Nothing really, right?
Not really, no.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just cast the Glimpse and see what happens, I think. Like, it is worse to cast Glimpse if I find another Reckless Impulse, but...
Well, it's the one that's going away at the end of the turn, so yeah, we need to use it. So like if we whiff, then we'll want to have used it anyway.
So I could Static Prison the Rest in Peace, or I could Grapeshot this. Or I guess I could Static Prison that, but that seems worse than Grapeshotting it.
Yeah. So if you...
I think I actually do want to Static Prison the Rest in Peace, now I think about it.
How likely are we to die if we do that?
Well, I'll be at 11. They'll hit me for 5 down to 6. So I would die to like Tribal Flames plus Bolt, but that's fine. I think we should just take those L's.
And they have 5 cards in hand?
3.
For
and also you get spawns from the Glimpse for every card you don't play. So we can just block.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I forgot about that part.
Right.
That helps. So in that case, well, okay.
Oh, what did you want to do?
We wanted to use the Bloodstained Mire out of our hand.
Why?
Right? So that this thing goes away and we get...
Oh, sure, yeah. Okay, well, whatever, it's too late now. I don't think I need infinite spawns, just a few. Okay, so do that.
Also, I kind of just assumed that this thing had trample, but apparently it doesn't.
Nope. Oh, wait. Oh, it was the... Okay, then I guess 1 spawn versus 2 actually is a big difference. Well, I guess we have these on way away for next turn, so maybe we can make something happen.
Right. Yeah, if they don't answer this Medallion, we're in fine shape.
We can get... Well, I'm definitely blocking, I think. Ooh, they're eating our Grapeshot instead of rummaging. So we can get... Maybe Empty the Warrens is the best thing we end up getting, but we'll see what happens this turn. Drew Ritual. Yes, I would like to pay an energy. I guess I just lead on Poetic Ritual and see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably just cast this, see what happens.
Right.
You're gonna stub it, opponent? So we can write off Leyline Binding, I think. Right? Oh, we hit a bunch of lands. That's not great.
Yeah, that is not. I agree.
What happens if I just empty for 10 goblins? Or no, 8 goblins. It would only be 8, right?
Yeah. That doesn't seem... Well...
So...
I don't know what... I mean, if we're gonna get, like... End step bolted, we're in like, get burned out range. We could also...
I mean, they are at 11, which is why this is sort of appealing, right?
Yeah, well, we can also wish for Past in Flames.
Does that actually go anywhere? I don't think it does.
And then we can so we wish... Okay. You just have to play Ren's Resolve and hit something good. Basically, that's an option then. Right? Because with the land drop, you'll have 1 mana up after you cast Past, then you cast Pyretic, and then you can also wish again at that point. Do we have a grape? We do have a grape with a grape in the board. We can.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like this is probably worse than just wishing for Empty Warrants and casting it this turn.
I mean, I don't know what this deck is capable of doing. So I don't know how reliable 8 goblins is.
I think it's pretty reliable, and I'm going to do it.
All right.
Can't wait to lose to some nonsense here. Where Galvanic Relay? I don't know. I don't think that card's like incredible in this format, but maybe I'm wrong.
I also think it would get you killed here. So there's that.
Leyline Binding.
Oh, they're gonna give us an extra storm. This is great.
Are they going to go after Static Prison? Wild. Yeah, I do not care about that whatsoever.
Also, if they're gonna do that, why wouldn't they let us resolve Wish first? Like, if our plan was to get past the Flames, they would.
Yeah, exactly. I think they do not understand what they should have done. Oh, that's why.
Never mind, they're geniuses. They knew exactly what they should have done.
Huh, Fluster Storm's not usual for that deck, but that's certainly maybe a reason to have a small number of orange champs in. That's probably going to kill us, yeah. I agree.
Alright. So we can buy Gigantha, play a land, buy Gigantha. That's our plan.
Yep. Conveniently, that is... Yep. Oh, I was playing their Gigantha, which is obviously not the right one. Yeah, I'm just going to play that and fetch up the Parlor. ML Koopman, that is because of Cascade, and there's not that much Cascade, so that's why Fluster Storm dropped off. Now, of course, it's like justifiable to bring it back if you think there's going to be a lot of this deck. It's going to make things challenging because of a 5/3 Trampler. Whatever. We can't really beat anything, so it doesn't really matter very much.
Yeah, I don't know what our outs are here.
Probably like full chain, like...
Chain a bunch of resolvey things into...
Well, that is probably not going to do it. Alright.
Actually, wouldn't that? That would have been alright.
Well, what does that do?
Yeah, keeps us alive. It just, we hit the Neshoba.
Yeah, but like, but I think that's so likely to not actually work. Like, my point is more that I think if you do that, you're just playing to not lose instead of not developing your game plan. Obviously, I'm dead on board now, but like, I kind of feel like one of the... I think one of the cards they could conceivably have in their hand is Tribal Flames, and they were just sandbagging it for a turn. So I kind of just wanted to like try to kill them instead of trying to like answer all of their stuff.
Oh, right, because we were at 6. Yeah, that's fair.
Alright. I'm going to cut at least 1 Gemstone Caverns on the play. Probably first Wicked Ridge.
Sure.
And it's like Dismember's kind of close, but probably not. Alright.
I mean, if they're a Tribal Flames deck, I am not trying to just like spot them a free Tribal Flame to the face. That just seems really loose.
That is a lot of damage.
And like 4 of the big guys have Hexproof, right? So
only if the Whale of the Guild Pack's out.
Okay.
Dismember can counter Stubborn Denial, yeah, but that's like fringe, I think. Oh, well, not great.
It can turn it into a Force Spike, which isn't really a counter, but...
I forget, am I supposed to keep these hands?
I mean, we have Strike It Rich, so I would.
Okay, if I'm going to keep, what am I supposed to bottom? Probably Grapeshot?
Yeah, I think so.
So you just want to fetch for Sacred Foundry and play Striker Rich?
Yep.
Okay. We're rich. We're rich with treasures.
Hell yeah. They play Wild Macottle, right? Is that
They
their
do.
1-drop? Okay. That's
Sometimes they play
drop?
no, they play Ragavan as well.
Okay.
Looks like Citizen Rags.
Nope. So the real question here is, do we attempt shenanigans?
I think so with that draw.
Yeah, that definitely is an attempt shenanigans signal.
I don't think it really gets better for us, right? Like,
nope.
All right, we won the flip, but I don't want to flip yet because I don't think that does very much. So I want to flip when I get to 6 instants or sorceries, if possible. Here the real question is, do I play Glimpse or Runs Resolve? And I think it's Runs Resolve, probably.
Yeah.
Rats lost.
We still have a land drop, so we're
okay.
like in pretty good shape here.
It's only 4 still. Okay, I guess I'll cast this one. Kind of doesn't matter. Heads. That's 5, so not enough. We need one more to like actually get the thing we want. All right, we hit land. That's like remarkably close to whiffing, but it's good enough. If I play the Medallion first, what happens? No, then I have to spend all my mana, so I don't want to do that. Yeah. So I just play the Glimpse then, and hope it flips. Yay! Yes.
You did it.
Those are good ones. I guess I'll just play my land out because it's gonna get like super messy. Like the way this is configured, it's kind of a all right. Is this one for free? Okay, that one's for free. That one for free.
I mean, if we have like one of the rituals is free, right? So if we have
yes, I'm trying to figure out which ones are, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But we have to like replay an enabler now, right? Like we have to play this raw.
Well, also if you flip that one, it's like super over. If that makes sense.
Right. Sure.
I think I might just not flip it and just kill them instead. Just a style. Because Pass and Flames looks super lethal to me. Is this free? Oh, it is free. Okay, well, whatever. We'll just cast that one instead. Keep in mind, chat, I'm just...
surgicaled out, and it's going to be glorious.
How would I get surgicaled out? Tell me what they would surgical. Just tell me.
We'll find a way, Jarvis. I don't believe in you.
Just tell me how I would get surgicaled out.
The Grapeshot is on the bottom. I know we've shuffled since, but we didn't shuffle well.
The wish is right here. The wish is right here, Shrout.
Oh shit, it is. Yeah. All right.
God damn it, Shrout. Why are you shouting nonsense?
You're gonna get mind break trapped.
Wow, I hate you so much.
Playing Form, so.
I hate you so much.
They're just really serious. They're very serious about stopping you.
It really doesn't matter, chat, right now. I'm just getting up to sufficient storm. And I guess I'm going to try to play around, like, some nonsense corner case thing. I don't even know what it would be, but... Okay, they were tired of it, finally. Like, I think technically what you should do there, if you want to play around things, which you probably shouldn't anyways, is, like, you can generate a ton of mana, like, basically draw your entire deck and probably burn a wish on Orim's Chant. But I'm not going to do that. I was just going to kill them instead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always a fan of just killing them.
I know, I've watched you play. Worked well to my face.
I don't know what that is, and I'm not playing around it. We're talking about Mindbreak Trap?
Yeah, that's the Mindbreak Trap command. It's copy and pasted because there's a famous vintage streamer that was his saying. It's Justin Gennari.
I see.
He basically said, I'm going to pretend Mindbreak Trap doesn't exist, and it can't hurt me if I pretend it doesn't exist. Alright, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick and run a quick ad,
right.
So make sure the chat doesn't get too rowdy, and don't call as a revolution while I'm gone.
You guys ready to overthrow Jarvis and put me in charge of the stream? Kick him out. We're watching an ad anyway, they can't even hear it. All right, well, I'm going to go get more watermelon, and when I get back, we're overthrowing Jarvis. Nice.
Wait, is there a revolution happening? Huh. I don't like it if there's a revolution happening. Hand over the stream. Oh, Shrout went to go get more watermelon? That's smart. Wow.
I'm back. I have my watermelon, and as I'm sure you have seen now, Jarvis, the people have spoken. And I know that you are not a petty dictator, and therefore you are responsive to the will of the people.
Here's my response to that. Off with your head! I have the guillotines
You're
ready
making a pretty
to go.
clear case for why revolution needs to happen here, actually.
Watermelon makes for good revolutions. Everyone knows that.
Yep.
Viva la revolution.
You got to stay hydrated.
I do. That's why I'm drinking another LaCroix. Oh damn, that's sick. Carmen designed
Watermelon Republic.
Oh no. Carmen designed Psychic Frog, which is one of my favorite cards from the set. Have you seen this card? Ye Old Froggy?
Yep.
Damn. Like, you showed that card to people who used to play Wild Mongol, and they'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's just like... Just imagine showing it to people who played Psychotog. They were like, what the fuck is this shit? We're on the draw. Opponent has a lightning bolt avatar.
It's like it's all great. I guess it kind of is.
I guess we keep.
I'm not really in a mulliganing sort of mood. Like, I'm yet to see a hand where I'm just like, nope, we can't keep it.
Well, I know what they're up to, and I'm keeping that.
I know I said that it was a revolution, but since you appear to know what the fuck's happening with my opponent, and I don't, I'm gonna delegate you to make the decisions this match.
Well, that matters not so much to us, thankfully. Well, so
how will we strike it rich?
Well, I guess we'll hope we don't draw it. There's an Emrakul that has Madness 6 colorless. But fortunately, it doesn't actually do very much. What it actually does is it gains controls of all of your opponent's creatures. And we don't really have many creatures, so of it. Ah! Yes, the classic Tron experience. Chalice for 1, play map the next turn.
I feel like we're about to go ham.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just start with, Does it matter what I start with?
Does this cookbook card have text that we give a shit about?
Right now? No.
No. Okay.
All right.
And they can play like the Eldrazi command thing for what? 1?
Yeah, it would exile
That's
1.
their only way of interacting with us?
Yeah, and I think it's very easy to get around that, frankly.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
I think this is like a very textbook. We will probably win, but it's nowhere near deterministic. Okay, well. Time to cast some more draw 2s. Okay, well, there is a Strike It Rich, which doesn't work.
They got us. They stopped us from striking it rich. I can't wait till we flip Ral with it, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the best way to do this. I guess I cast my 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess I just play my land out from hand. Doesn't really matter that much.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be an argument for playing the parlor just so that your impulse is slightly better.
Well, but then you don't get the red from it. It enters tapped.
I understand, but I don't think we're bottlenecked on that.
I think we might be, but we'll see. Oh, I fucked up. So, like, you can respond to this Ral trigger by casting another spell. Then it'll see, like, both the triggers will see 6. Yeah, I messed up.
Okay.
I knew about it, and then I just... God damn it. That might actually matter. But I don't want to flip yet, obviously. I think it'll mostly be fine, but it might not be fine. Okay, it might not be fine now if I don't flip. Okay, good. Yes, I would like to use that, given how many freaking Rals do I have saved up? A lot. Alright, so the Striker Riches don't do anything. I can cast this. I guess I'll cast a Ral.
I mean, they're all
first.
free, right? So,
yeah.
Yeah. You play Ral, you play your ritual. I guess you don't need to do that yet.
Okay. Like, pretty textbook win. I mean, we were on the draw, but they played a Chalice on 1, which did, like, actually nothing. Yes, that's exactly what happened. Eldrazi, Tron, win. Yeah,
at least back in the Gift Storm days, you had, like, some number of cantrips, so it was sort of plausible that Chalice on 1 did something.
Whereas our deck is like, oh, that's cute.
Like, it kept us from striking it rich. Well, it used to be, unless your opponent was just clearly an idiot, and they played a Chalice on 1, you knew for a fact they were going to play a Chalice on 2. That just meant they drew multiple Chalice.
It's possible that they had another Chalice on 2, but they weren't going to be able to play it without the Ancient Tomb land.
They never had 4 mana, right?
Yes, but if they had Ancient Tomb that turn into Chalice on 2, I think we probably easily lose that game. Like, it's not even remotely close. Because our deck does not function. So, the problem with having only static prisons is it's not very good versus Chalice on 1 to have that be your, like, answer card to, like, nonsense stuff.
I mean, if they get us, they get us. We can always wish for Shattering Spree. But they surely have more than Chalice, right? Like, they're going to have Damping Spheres and shit like that.
Well, probably not Damping Sphere because that affects their lands. It's probably more like Relic of Progenitus, if that makes sense.
Sure.
I guess I keep, yeah. Oh, Glimpse and a Piff here for static? Fair enough.
Oh yeah, you can probably start like shaving Past in Flames if like
versus Relic of Progenitus, yeah.
We assume that most opponents are going to have graveyard hate.
I wonder if I'm supposed to just cast a Strike it Rich. I probably am.
What else would you do? Like search for the Surveil land?
Yeah, which seems
I would just cast Strike it Rich.
I'll shock myself because I don't believe my life total actually matters.
I mean, Ral deals damage to you. You gotta be careful.
Playing that as a land, probably. The other question is, do I want to play my Ral out?
This is so awkward. So we established they can like what kills your Ral?
Dismember or Warping Will are the big ones that they could theoretically have.
And they could also just like play Tron and like Karn.
Oh yeah, I mean if they play Tron, we probably lose the game anyways, so I don't care about that.
True.
I think I'm just gonna play my Ral out.
Alright.
Might be reckless, but that's the name of the game.
It is. Yeah.
Uh-oh. I see. Well...
They are ready for our shit. I think we want to play one of our impulses, right?
Yes.
To try and find land. Also, would we flip Ral if we hit? We would, right?
Would we? I don't know. I guess my plan... I don't really have a good answer to this scenario. Like, it's very hard, but...
No, you're going to have to wish for Shattering Spree, and it's going to be a huge pain in the ass. But...
And I'll basically need 7 mana for that, right?
Yep.
Right.
You just need to hit a land drop off all these impulses.
What can I wish for? Anything good? Probably not. I'm probably going to die to whatever big nonsense they have way before that. I see.
8 mana.
Do I just, like, start doming them? No, it doesn't really do very much. Alright.
What does the ult do in this scenario?
Nothing.
Give you nothing, really? Like, everything still costs 3, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, I guess I just ignore this wish because it doesn't do shit to cast it.
Correct.
Alright, we found a static prison, but I don't think that does very much, actually.
It kind of does.
Well, I only have...
It makes it so that you don't have to spree for 1 less, right? I don't know what that does, but it's probably bad for you.
It's a 12/12 flyer, essentially.
Alright.
Do I fetch my land? Or do I just want to draw lands? Also, like, this is a 2-turn clock, so, like, I guess the more important question is how could I ever win? I don't think I can.
Yeah, I don't see a way to win here.
Right.
If you have to... Well, actually, hang on. You can... you can static prison one of the things, and then next turn you can draw another static prison.
And then what?
And
no, I think it's
and
actually
then the next turn
I'll be dead.
I guess you'll lose the sure. All right. And if they have to, they can just attack the roll. So it's not like you're like even if it does somehow look like you're getting out of the triple Tronosphere bullshit.
I'm cutting one. Okay, I'll cut a piff for. Actually, I think maybe the wish for prison thing is just too clunky versus them. And just have all of these in and leave this one the sideboard.
Yeah. Like if the thing you're dealing with is Tronosphere specifically, yeah, it's really bad.
You can replicate under a sphere, but the initial one costs 3. Right?
Yeah, like that was the situation. We given enough time, we could get out of that, but we just needed more mana.
Maybe that is a reason to actually do this then, literally versus Trinisphere, right?
Sure.
Oh, you can red kill all 3 artifacts. Okay, then the spree should be in our deck then. I didn't realize that. Okay, that's good to know. All right.
But how's? Oh, because they're yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, Trinisphere makes things awkward. Always. Yeah, pretty good. Can try to kill in turn 2, which might be a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
The Clutch Valakut Awakening. I don't think this matchup is very interesting because it's like basically just a giant mulligan fest on their side.
I feel like that's going to be most of the sex matchups.
Yo, what's up, Xeno1? Oh, so person in chat, Xeno1, they 4-out a prelim with basically Monoblack Charbelcher in Modern, which is kind of sick. But it's not really Monoblack, like, I mean, technically it's Orzhov, but really it's just like a nonsense Charbelcher deck. Because of Beseech the Mirror being redundant copies of Goblin Charbelcher. How do we feel about Finkel's chances of topping the Pro Tour with Storm back in full force? I don't know. This is like the wrong type of Storm for him, I think.
I don't presume to know the mind of a Finkel.
Finkel and Kai are both
again.
Finkel and Kai are both playing this Pro Tour, which I find very fascinating. All right, I think we want to thin a land out of our deck. Yeah. I didn't actually do any math, but I think this works, and I think waiting is also kind of dangerous. So, like, fuck it, right?
Yeah, I'm always gonna try and do something here.
I think you've influenced me too much over the years, probably.
I've influenced you the right amount.
Probably red.
Yep.
Tragic.
Well.
This would be a good scenario for a Galvanic Relay. So I could pass in Flames, or no, I could wish for.
Pass in Flames does nothing. You can
wish for Grapeshot doesn't do very much either. Oh, that was really sad.
So we apparently got Rambunctious for absolutely no gain. Is what happened.
No, so the reason to do this is if their last few cards are Ugin's Labyrinth, another big thing, Chalice Sun 2, this is like a good thing to do to just try to jam.
Sure, yeah. I'm not saying we shouldn't have done it. I'm just saying that we're fucked.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, like, I don't think casting this wish does anything, so I think I should just say go.
Can we... Do we have enough? No. Okay, we can't even, like, wish for Pass in Flames and just, like, play the Pass in Flames, right? We're actually one short even of that.
Yeah, this is a scenario where Galvanic Relay would be good, because you could relay for 6, so you would have 6 cards for next turn.
Yep.
Alright. No land for them.
They just had nothing?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to put Gigantha in my hand and try to beat them down with it.
I mean, yeah. Ideally, we're eventually going to wish for Past in Flames, right? So we just need to hit
Yeah.
a ritual.
I think I want to save that for a Surveil land, actually. And just cast my 5/5.
I mean... Oh, okay.
Does this not make sense?
I would have just surveilled that turn, because I just don't think the 5/5 matters all that much.
Oh, it got dismembered. Holy shit.
Transphere. Okay. That's a bummer.
I think I just cast
in 4 answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have one in our sideboard, but that costs 6 to use, so...
Right.
I think I just cast this and see what happens.
Yep, that's what I want to do. Which one did we leave in the board? The spree or the
prison
in the board?
Yeah.
And we can't prison anyway because of Chalice. So there's that.
Yep. It's kind of tragic.
Damn, which mean okay. That was a reason to leave spree in the sideboard.
Maybe. I don't know. Past in Flames. That doesn't really do anything, so I should just bin it. Right?
No, because we don't have the spree in the board, damn it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we can wish for spree and then then we'll have Past in Flames up to like go off again.
Most of the time you will not be able to wish for spree has been called. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna just bin it. I think I should just, like, wish for something, though.
You can empty for 6.
How? The empty costs... Oh, the empty costs 3.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
Yeah, ritual replaces itself, and you wish.
Okay. I guess that's...
You may be able to... Like... You may be able to wish for a lot more goblins next turn, though, right? If you... Oh, we'll lose the ritual, though, so no, that won't really do anything. Actually, hang on. If we... Hang on.
Okay.
Fuck.
Well, I mean, I think losing the ritual is... I feel like 6 goblins should win here, like, a fair number of the time, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's why I didn't really consider anything else.
Well, if we, like I said, we might have been able to use the Past in Flames in our graveyard to, like, make, like, 12 or 14 goblins next turn.
How would that happen?
You just, like, as long as you can cast the Past in Flames out of your graveyard, it costs 4. You play your 7th land drop, you play the Past in Flames, and then you just play all the rituals out of your graveyard. Oh, I guess you just have to cast the wish at that point, wouldn't you? Yeah, that doesn't really work.
I really hope I don't lose, but it's not looking great, honestly.
I mean, maybe their hand is full of transfers.
Well, they spent a turn not casting a transfer when they had 3 up, so that seems a little unlikely.
Maybe their hand is full of 12 drops.
Well, they scribed to the top with their Cosmic's command and drew the card and played Eldrazi Temple. Maybe Temple's the card they put on top. 1, 2, 3. No, I can't really do anything, right? Because every spell costs 3. Alright.
You can make more goblins.
Can I?
Right. Past in Flames cost 4, and then you can just play ritual, Past in Flames, ritual, all your rituals, and then empty. Because the rituals cost 3, they make 3, and then the empty costs 3.
Splice actually makes mana? Does it?
It might. Yeah, it would make your. Yeah, I mean it would be a three cost spell that makes 6, right? So.
Okay. Cool. So.
But you. So do we have? How many Desperates do we have in the grave?
1.
Okay, is it actually worth making mana then? Like, what are we doing with the mana?
Nothing.
Oh, can we Grapeshot them? Can we wish Grapeshot?
I didn't work it out.
Okay,
no,
so
because that costs 5, right? No, that costs 6, right?
So we would. Okay, so with 3, so you'd have 3 mana left after past. You'd play the Desperate out of your graveyard. You'd have 5, and then you'd never have more than 5. So yeah. Never mind. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna just spew all my things to do the thing. I guess we can cast a Metamorphose in between, but by doing that, right?
Yeah. So it ends up. Although, does that gain? That's less storm than just playing the ritual out of your hand and then replaying it, right? Because you gain 2.
Just wait a turn and Grape win next turn. But what if they do anything to me on next turn?
I mean, they have to deal with the goblins as is, so there's that.
Do they? They can maybe ignore it for one more turn, right?
Yeah, I'm actually fine. I think we just make the goblins. And also, I would just play the Desperate Ritual out of our hand and not get...
What would they do that stops us? What if they cast Kozilek's Command, exiling our Passing Flames? Or, anything in that vein. I think there's just so many things that stop us.
I mean, I have no idea what they do to stop us, but...
Alright. I'm gonna do the thing. I mean, obviously, I don't know for sure if it's right or not. So I can do this?
Yep.
And it costs 3?
Should. Unless it's bugged or something. Sometimes that happens.
It says it costs 5.
Well, that's... awkward.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm not doing that.
I kind of remember that being a thing, actually, with...
Okay. Well, maybe someone...
With Damped Sphere.
Maybe someone tricked us.
I haven't dealt with Transfer. It would cost 5? Doesn't it? I don't see it. I feel like it should cost 3, but maybe I just don't know the rules. Oh well, in that case, just play all your rituals and then make some goblins. Any carnivals we care about?
I'm not gonna say it, but yes, there are plenty.
Any that cost 0?
Well, there's a Trinisphere, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
So the card I was going to name is if they had the Ancient Tomb plus Ratchet Bomb.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't want to say... Engineered Explosives is not commonly played in that deck for a lot of reasons. Alright, well, we somehow beat a multi-4. That was a lot closer than I feel like it should have been, but...
Oh, they mulled to 4? Yeah, I missed that part. I was wondering.
I didn't miss it.
Not doing anything.
Yes, they can go All-Assist that turn, but I think it's more likely they have something that's way more annoying for our graveyard than they may not even leave in their All-Is Dust versus us as well. It doesn't seem great to me, frankly. You maybe leave a small number in because of the empty, but, empty's certainly not plan A in this matchup. You know? All right, we're 2-1. If we win this match, we'll be at least break even.
Wait.
It's for his turn on Solent. That's true. I forgot that that deck needs a bunch of 7-drops to imprint onto the Ancient Tomb. So maybe they do leave in all of their All's Dust.
Also, apparently, this Desperate Ritual interaction doesn't work the way we thought it did. I mean, we weren't going to be able to wish for Grapeshot anyway. So there's that.
Xeno1, that is not me. Jarvis_me is not me. You came in late to the transfer versus splice discussions in chat. The final cost of the spell needs to be at least 3. It won't become 3 then as the cost of the splice. So is it bugged then? Is it bugged?
Yeah. It must be, because it...
Okay.
According to what Bacons has just told us, it should cost 3.
Nice.
Right.
So if we lose, I can file for a refund.
There you go. Except we won the match 8. So there's that. But yeah, I definitely remember losing matches that I shouldn't have due to... It was bugged with Damping Sphere. I remember that.
Got it. This hand is pretty good, is what I would say. We're missing rituals, but whatever. That's I don't think you can ever mulligan this hand.
This is a pretty bog standard hand for this deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just play your thing on turn 2 and then it dies, and then you play your thing on turn 3 and then probably kill them.
Alright, I'm gonna play the Ruby Medallion this turn. But I'm also... This is a convenient turn to fetch up, the places where you hang out and play games. Parlor games. Alright, well...
The Elegant Parlor.
So we do not want that one. That is for damn sure. What the fuck?
Apparently you do, though.
No, I really don't, but... Do you like how Ruby Medallion makes Ral cost 1 less?
So we established we lead with Ruby, right?
Yeah. I think you just lead with Ruby in the dark.
That is nice. It's just which one do you want?
Oh my god, we got spell snared. God damn. The spell snares. Oh my god, spell snare. This is another Jeskai nonsense deck? It is. I'm playing the Ren's Resolve, I think.
Sure.
What can I wish for next turn? Nothing?
1 mana wishables? We can wish for... If they play a Snapcaster Mage, we can wish for an answer to it.
Okay, great. Does it actually do very much?
Nope. Do we have how many wishes are in the deck? 2 or just 1?
2.
Okay. I mean, if we draw Ritual, we could maybe do something relevant with it. Possibility. Ooh, they tapping out. Tap low.
Okay.
Chariots.
Come on, a Ritual. Right?
That was a wild choice by the opponent.
God damn it. I guess I can just Grapeshot this fucking Teferi. And just give up the wish.
Wait, so... Okay, does Teferi have some text that I'm forgetting that matters here?
Not
does
really.
Does it keep us from...
No,
okay. So we could play Caverns, Raw, Reckless, and then...
Grapeshot, yeah.
if we hit a Ritual...
Yeah, and I want to play my land first, unfortunately. But yeah, I think that's good. We'll move the stack over here. Heads. No. Metamorphose works. Sort of. Don't want to flip yet because it doesn't really do anything. Red. Red. Strike it rich is break even.
But it contributes to our rawlishness. Are we
I might
close to... What? Sorry, what were we saying?
No, we're not. If that's what you're asking, like flipping this for ultimate, we're not close enough. But I might just end up casting Circuit Rich, Grapeshot, and if the last trigger wins the flip, I would flip it then. I don't know if that's crazy or not. It might be crazy.
Well, I was trying to work out if there was anything we could do with Wish, but I don't think there is. We're actually... No, there's not.
Strike, flashback,
flashback.
strike. Okay, wait. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that enough spells? No, wait. I cast a Ral, right? And Storm's 3, so that wouldn't be enough. So you'd be 1 short. But then you could plus the Ral and try to go to 8 and just say go and see what works out. Okay, I think I might do that then. Yeah. Like,
and I mean, just having it at 8, like it's immune to the energy removal thing. I guess it could get Teferi. That'd be annoying.
Well, you can't bounce it on the Planeswalker side with Teferi.
Oh, that Teferi only... Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Teferi was just any permanent.
No. Do you flip early? I don't think so.
I probably would.
Well, we lost all of the flips, so the question's irrelevant now. Alright. 1 copy here. We can resolve this first. Alright, we lost all of the flips, so everything's irrelevant.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Maybe I should just put another copy on here. Nah. Fuck it.
Why would it? What would that do?
Play around Force of Negation, but like they would have Force of Negation something else in this chain anyways. So
yeah, they would have just not tapped out for Teferi draw a card if they had Force of Negation.
Well, they could have drawn it off the Teferi.
I guess that's fair.
I mean, our thing's gonna die, and that's awkward, but fine. And we'll play a top plan, say go, probably. Damn, people love these Jeskai decks. Holy shit. It's like we're living in... What year was it where like everyone played like fucking Jeskai control in the SCGs? Was it like 2015 or whatever? You know exactly what I'm... You know exactly what I'm talking about, though, right? Like...
Kind of.
Alright. I think I put Jacantha...
Well, we can still play the...
Yeah.
We can still play the exiled land. That's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just it's a get the moose and play your land.
So I will say that Jacantha has been a lot better than I was expecting.
It's like vaguely years between 1015 to 1018. Ah, yes. In the reign of Ethelred the Unready.
Of what?
Don't worry about it. Somebody in chat got it.
Are you sure about that?
Kind of. Natural Piff, it does actually matter, but I would probably jam Jacantha first.
Yeah. The other reason not to play that first yet is the Natural Piff is a must counter, or they could just counter the first ritual you play off of it. We don't even have that many rituals in our graveyard, so it's kind of whatevs. Now, the disaster would be Hardcast Solitude here, so I kind of hope that doesn't happen, but they also discarded a Solitude or whatever, so it might happen. Oh, English King? Okay. I guess someone did get it, Shrout. You were right.
Yeah. Was he literally king in the years 1015 to 1018? Did I nail that or no? Someone look it up. I'm too lazy.
Yeah, we got a Dan Jessup in the chat. What up, Dan? Of course, Dan Jessup would remember. All I did.
Secure the Waste. That sounds fantastic. Holy shit! I'm like, can this deck jam some Secure the Waste?
Why? You think that?
I'm talking about our opponent's deck.
Oh, why?
I mean, it just sounds satisfying.
It has not aged very well.
So that the wastes can be secured.
We'll see. That has not aged very well. Believe it or not. Ooh, are we gonna die?
Ethelred the Unready was who I said. So I'll look it up while Jarvis loses.
Wow, thanks a lot, Shrout. Thanks a lot.
Was King of the English from 978 to 1013.
Should
And
I
again
leave?
from 1014 until his death in 1016.
Alright, should I leave this Glimpse the Impossible on top?
They're tapped. Okay, no, they tapped sort of low. And we get technically 2 mana from Gigantha with the thing.
How is it 2?
Are we going to play it? Because we can spend the green to play cast Manamorphose.
I see.
I
think I'm inclined to keep and just cast it, yeah. Alright.
Sure.
We'll do it. I think, like, this is not a game where I'm allowed to just, like, bin that, and then if I draw another land, it's kind of awkward, right? Hit 2 lands and a Glimpse. I think I'll just cast another Glimpse, probably.
Would they have countered that if they had a counter?
I don't know.
Like
do you want to try to shove on... We don't even have rituals. That's the problem.
Yeah, we may not now. I think, like, because Storm needs to be higher now because they gained 3, so there's that. So we're gonna be in good shape if we make, like,
I found a ritual, but does that do enough this turn? I mean, I could,
probably not.
I think I'm supposed to just bin all of these and say go, and make, like, 4 Scions after playing my land out.
I would probably try and play the spells and just like whatever you have left over is good, but, like, because if you make 5 tokens, aren't they just gonna use? They're gonna play a sweeper probably.
We're awfully close to dead. The problem is the sweeper. If they sweep this, that's fine. It will sweep their own thing because their sweeper is Wrath of the Skies.
Oh, we are okay. Yeah. We're gonna take.
So I think I should probably just say go.
Okay. Yeah. Saying go seems fine, actually.
I don't think they have a counterspell. Is what I'm really getting the vibe of. I mean, obviously, I can't really write it off completely because there's no reason to actually believe that, but I will trump with an 0-1. Do you think they'll try to Lightning Helix one of our 0-1s?
I mean, that doesn't seem great for them. Welp, good thing we've got this top secret plan.
The top secret plan's kind of painful.
And by top secret, I mean the one we copied from everybody else.
Yep.
But we do have it, so that counts for something.
Doming me makes sense because that's like 4 attacks guaranteed. Alright. Alright, we're gonna have to make a lot happen this turn, I think.
I mean, we just need to, like, rip a Ruby or a Raw off the top. And then we're golden.
I think I should just cast the Glimpse first.
So... Yeah, alright. So what happens if we... Yeah, we have to. We literally have to hit Ruby or Raw to do anything. Why'd we sack a guy?
Because I think, like, our colored mana is the bottleneck. Maybe it's not.
Alright.
But there's 1 mountain left, I think. I guess I cast Reckless Impulse.
Yep.
Again, like, I think, like, if I let them untap, we're basically dead. Is what I'm saying. That's why I'm okay sacking the spawns, if that makes sense.
Sure. I guess that's fair.
Fuck.
Yeah, we didn't hit.
Because I just cast another one, right? Like...
We can Grapeshot Flage, right? That buys us the turn, if that matters. But then we're kind of like out of gas if we use up all the rituals in our graveyard. I guess we still have the stuff in exile, so it was not too bad.
No, these get binned because of it's Glimpse the Impossible.
Well, which ones did we hit off the second thing?
Oh, it's actually impossible to know. No,
Okay.
this is Glimpse. This is... Oh, this is for next turn. This is Glimpse. This is next turn. Okay.
Okay. So we'll have a Reckless Impulse next turn?
Yeah.
So, 2, 4... I mean, I actually do. I think the play is just Past in Flames, play enough stuff to Grapeshot the Flage.
Okay.
And then next turn we can try and use the impulse to get somewhere.
So I need to tap my thingy. Do I?
You don't have to, but you should. Well, you don't. Hang on. You don't need to sack the thing.
Right, not yet.
Yeah. You may want to cast the Strike at Rich too. Does it? Are we losing Strike at Rich at the end of the turn?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, just go ahead and cast it then. And then we can use the green to cast Manamorphose, and then I guess that's enough, actually. We don't need to do anything else, but... But it might be worth, actually... Yeah, you lead with Manamorphose, just to get out of this, but... It might be worth playing some rituals if we can, like, build up enough to play another Reckless thing, or...
I only have one ritual in my graveyard.
Oh, shit. Okay. Never mind.
Okay, I think I'm just going to Grapeshot it and hope it works out. I can cast my Reckless Impulse first, I guess. Or I could cast...
So exiled?
Or I can just cast a Reckless Impulse from my graveyard first.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably worth doing. I mean, you have to lose all your resources, but that's fine. We have a lot of mana.
We have a lot of land drops made. Alright. Well, we found a Manamorphose. I'll save that for next turn.
Yep.
I'm just going to put all copies on that in case if they had, like, they're a Maniac. Because it doesn't really cost me anything to not play around Counterspell here. Like, I don't think one damage to their face matters. Oh, God damn it. Alright. Wait. Oh, it wasn't doing the same target thing. And I'm getting some lag.
Oh, yeah, we literally had the target Flage with everything.
Yep. Oh, we found a Medallion somehow. Okay, I think next turn, like, it should be okay. I don't think they have a counterspell, most likely.
Wait, when did we find that Medallion? Could we have just one?
I don't know. I didn't work it out, but it's fine. Like, it should be kind of straightforward this turn if we get to resolve it, obviously. It was the final impulse. Oh, then I don't think we had enough.
We could have ritualed and then... Yeah, it was just Manamorphose and Exile is all we have behind. So yeah, that's pretty loose.
It is kind of loose, but hopefully we get this one. Trying to see if there's anything else that's causing me lag. Galvanic Discharge. You can kill my Gigantha. I do not care about that.
I mean, it's kind of annoying.
Is it?
2 mana.
That's true. Two mana. 2 mana, too many problems. It passed. Okay. All right. Well, second Ruby is pretty good, honestly, because like one of the things I'm worried about is counter spells. But I think I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I mean, so we play let's play the exile one. You might want to play the gemstone.
Yeah.
Because we don't have
we
don't have a mountain to get with this Arab Mesa, right?
Correct. I can only get Sacred Foundry, which is not fantastic,
yeah, but probably this one gets countered anyway. So
yeah, that was my thought. Then I would play the second Gemstone Cavern, play Ruby Medallion, and it should be fine. Yo, what up, Wild Beastie? We got so many people. We got all the pals here. All right, I'm just gonna cast things. I'm not gonna think about it too much because like clock is actually a consideration. Make sense?
It's still game 1.
Yes, that's
yeah, we're out of control.
Yeah.
The ring is a turn old, so we don't have to worry about the ring.
Correct.
Right?
Should I play the second Medallion? I guess so. I have a bunch of glimpses. I have a bunch of glimpses in my graveyard. In which case, I should.
I would play.
Yeah.
I would play the Past and Flames from your graveyard first.
You mean after doing this?
Yeah.
I can basically draw my entire deck. There's only 16 cards in my deck, somehow. Is that kind of insane?
Yeah. So we've exiled the Grapeshot from the main deck, right? So we just have to wish for Grapeshot.
Yeah. But that's like pretty trivial, honestly. Like that does not take very long. Are they counterspelling this?
Probably. They probably had one counter. And they were just holding it for this.
Oh, nice. So we baited out the Force of Negation on that, which is very convenient.
Yep. It's like I knew what I was doing.
Did you?
Yeah.
Not sure if believe. Not sure if believe. Okay. Doesn't matter. I'm clicking buttons now. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yep. Just go ham.
I mean, like, technically it slightly matters, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to play that Ral out because it'll create way too many triggers.
Correct.
On the wish. Is there any way to actually beat a second Force of Negation? Not really.
Nope.
Alright, whatever. Cast it.
Well, I mean, you have a second copy of Wish anyway, right? So.
No, it's exiled. So like if they actually fawned that wish, we would lose because Well, if they had fallen, they would have fallen the second Passing Flame, so I guess it's kind of irrelevant to think about.
Yep.
What else were we cutting? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't really have any input here. It feels like we're bringing in a lot of stuff, but probably fine. I was saying we could maybe we already trimmed one past.
Mm-hmm.
I
wonder if I can cut a mountain versus my opponent, but that's kind of crazy because the games do go long. So like,
yeah, I don't like that. You can cut one of the impulses, I guess. That seems to be a conventional thing that you're allowed to do. I think you're allowed to like shave a pyretic and an impulse.
You cut strike. You can trim a pyretic, but not an impulse. Okay, I'm not going to cut an impulse then.
Okay.
I think cutting strike actually makes a lot of sense in a matchup where it's going to go like longer. You don't really need the speed because it's not about that. It's just about getting through all of their nonsense counterspells. What? Like, we just like kind of ground them out that game, right?
Yeah, we just drew like infinite impulses. Was that the game where our hand at one point was like a full house? It was like 3 Rends Resolve, 2 Reckless Impulse.
And also, I'm going to keep this hand.
Sure.
I mean, like, it's not very fast, but like that's not what this matchup is about.
I mean, that's one thing the matchup could be about. You'd really prefer the matchup to be about that.
Yeah, but it generally isn't. You mean like if we had a hand that could kill in turn 2?
Yeah, like if
oh
there's
yeah,
a way
sure,
to just, like,
sure.
Like cram shit down their throat. Like it's just that empty doesn't work is really the main problem.
Yeah, the fact that empty can be killed by a white sweeper now is such a big like disaster, I think. Right. Oh, that's another reason not to cut lands, because like you surveil away a fair number of lands. I think I'm just gonna cast Impulse into them.
Sure.
Yeah. If you want to counterspell these, go for it. Yeah, Sweeper they don't mind having because it kills Ruby and Medallion as well. That card is so good. Like, it is probably the equivalent of Pernicious Deed in the format, actually. Ooh, Pass in Flames is not a good hit.
No.
Damn, they didn't tap out for Teferi this time.
I
can't believe that. I really cannot believe that they did that. That is like...
Like, even if you have no other play, you should, like, just sitting with 3 open mana is better than that.
I wonder if I should just cast my Glimpse. Just mill 3. Probably not, honestly. That doesn't do very much. I think I don't want to burn a ritual to cast that.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's a shame, though. Because we only have one glimpse, or we only have one Piff left.
Right? I know. Piff is, like, the best weapon versus that deck, assuming, like, you can get around a Force of Negation. The actual probable best card we have is Orim's Chant. So maybe we should have sided in the... I think we should have sided in the last Orim's Chant, now that I think about it more. Well.
Oh, have you not been boarding in all your Orim's Chants?
There's only 2 in the deck right now, but I think that's a mistake, yeah. That was a mistake. Alright.
Cool, we got one to wish for, right?
Oh, great. 4 mana Orim's Chant doesn't kill you. How the fuck do we get that much mana?
The games go long. It's been... established.
Do I want to keep that? Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think it does anything. Like,
it's nice to have it in the graveyard, though.
It's true. All right, we're ready for their hate. Maybe they'll just tap out for like Teferi 5 next turn. Except that would untap 2 lands. So
I was gonna say that's not tapping out. Yeah. Or
are they gonna miss a land drop? That would be nice. All Alright, I'm gonna fetch a Sacred Foundry. Because I don't really want to draw them.
Yep. I remain convinced that if you just had, like, 3 Grapeshot, 3 Reprieve in this deck, you literally could not lose this matchup if you tried.
Makes sense. By the way, there was a version of this deck that had Gifts Ungiven, High Noon, and Savine's Reclamation.
Wait, how does High Noon, like, work with us?
High Noon is a Rule of Law, and Savine's Reclamation is a card that has flashback 4 and a white. Basically, reanimate two permanents that cost 3 or less.
Wait, a version of their deck?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes more sense. I thought you were saying there was a version of Storm that played High Noon. I was like, that doesn't seem good, man.
I shouldn't have played my land first, but whatever.
Correct. You should not.
Ooh, okay, that's pretty good. Should I just cast this turn? I can probably wait 1 turn.
Yeah. I'd hold off 1 turn.
Damn, it's kind of nice to have someone to shoot the shit with while you're battling.
Jarvis is calling you out, chat. You're supposed to shoot the shit with him while he's battling.
You think I'm supposed to cast a Resolve but not the Medallion? Oh, I could see that as well. All right. I was kind of hoping they would just miss a land drop. We of Old has sub.
Sending my energy.
I mean, I assume this gets countered, the
Medallion.
And then you're going to cast... Yeah. And then we're going to cast Ren's Resolve anyway this turn. Oh, okay.
All right, I'll just cast this.
Maybe we might actually want to play Ral next. Does that make sense?
Sure. What could they have? They might have like Wear Tear actually. That would make sense, right?
Sure.
All right, I'll cast this now. See what they do.
Yep.
Oh, I should have cast Glimpse because it costs 1 instead of 3. Or 1 instead of... Yeah, that was... I should have cast this first, actually. Okay. Well, it might end up the same. Oh, maybe I should have responded with the Ritual. Actually, I think I should have,
I was kind of thinking that, but
whatever.
That's fine, though. Flip it.
I did.
I don't think we play that land. I think we just play the Bloodstained Mire.
I don't think I want to do anything else this turn. I think I can just say go.
Wait, what? Really?
Well, what do you want to do?
I want to use our Medallion while we have it and start playing shit. I don't know, like play the Ritual, play the Glimpse, do stuff.
All right. Sure. Then I shouldn't have played the Mire out, I think, probably, but...
Well, I think you wanted to Mire instead of the Cavern anyway, just for red mana purposes.
Do you want to play the Ral then?
So we can... Would it flip off this Glimpse? It wouldn't, right?
No,
Or
because
we're...
kind of hard.
Well, you know what I mean. Would it flip at the right amount?
We've played 2 instances of sorceries.
Oh, that's awkward. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then no. Then just play the Glimpse from your exile.
All right. I guess I played this route. We haven't. Well, casting Chant doesn't do anything now, unfortunately.
We can play it on their turn.
We can't because it's off of Glimpse.
Oh, okay. True.
I think I should play the Ral out though.
Yeah, we play the Ral. We could try and flip the Ral off of the Chant. Is that an option?
Sure. I guess it's like low cost. I guess I can fetch. No, I get actually, yeah, no, I guess I just cast this. Target them.
Possibly we were supposed to Grapeshot and then respond, and then
I thought about
then
it, but I feel like...
But I think we were one short anyway, right? Of the number of spells necessary.
Yeah. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm kind of worried about just running out of time, like, frankly. Because I only have 6.5 left.
Sure.
If I have to go to a game 3, that's, like, kind of worrisome. But we'll just have 6 and say go.
Right.
We could... I'm just trying to play fast, which might be a downside. Okay, sure. Prismatic ending on my medallion, I think. Yep, that's fine. Alright. We're gonna try to do a bunch of stuff.
I believe in you.
I don't need this fucking Scion. Whatever. Get the fuck out. Oh, I guess I could have just played that as well. Whatever. It really doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, you'll hit a land off of your thing.
Force it. Force it. I don't care. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not sure it actually... well...
I mean, it reduces Glimpse and Wish, so you already get your mana back.
I think it's, like, pretty trivial now. But...
Yeah. We were actually probably supposed to just wish for Past in Flames, like, immediately.
Does that matter?
But it doesn't now because we hit a ritual, but we're fine.
Oh, I see. Okay. I'm just clicking buttons, obviously.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Ooh, that's kind of a serious problem, actually.
We'll find another wish.
Oh, I guess we're getting to, like, pop Ral territory.
I have to be careful not to deck myself is the real answer. Alright, sure. -8. Is there a second wish literally in the bottom of the deck? Do you remember?
I don't think so.
Okay.
The second Past in Flames is on the bottom of the deck.
Is it literally our last card?
Yeah, we bottomed it.
No, it's right here. We fetched in between. Don't scare me like that.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then we're good.
Okay, I need to find the wish then and make sure I actually have a combat step as well. But it should be fine.
Yep. Well, we have Manamorphoses, so that we have exactly enough. Just start casting Manamorphoses.
Okay.
As long as it's not the literal last card.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
So I wish for Gambit first, then Pass in Flames. I guess I chant my opponent just in case.
Yeah. Chant them.
I can't. They have the One Ring. Oh, this is where silence is better.
Okay.
God damn it. All right, whatever. It's fine.
Well, whatever. It doesn't really matter what order you do it in. But sure. True. Yeah. Yeah, the F6 value definitely matters here. Although, actually, you used to be able to F6 while you had mana in your pool.
Yeah, you can F6 and then it'll stop because you have mana floating. So, I mean, this plan works. It's just like a ton of clicks. Like, also because we were down a wish, essentially, because of Fawn.
Yep.
The damage won't be prevented next turn, which is the key part of this. I don't know why they're, like, not just F6ing through. It's very weird. Like, we have 2.5 minutes. That's, like, basically infinite for right-click attack all.
What's the, white Phyrexian mana spell? Like Corrosive Gale or something like that? This is like
Marrow Shards?
Damage.
Yes, it's Marrow Shards. Yeah.
Marrow Shards, there we go. That's like the funniest possible thing I can think of. Yeah, they're probably just trying to clock you. That actually makes way more sense.
They asked me if this works, and I told them to read Gambit. Oh, they said, oh, missed that, GG. That's honestly a very easy thing to miss. Although I'm not typing in GG until they actually concede. Being attacked by 54 cards. So, Baby Brois. Alright, that was a nice one.
It was satisfying, yeah.
We'll take a screenshot. I captioned this nice copy of the One Ring. Alright, we got our Jeskai Revenge. Now, to do what every MTGO professional does, restart the client because it's freaking laggy now. Take that One Ring? Yeah, it's nice.
Damn, you have a lot of shit on your desktop. That's why your client's so laggy.
That is not why. That is absolutely not why. Don't you do that. Don't you be starting shit. Can someone summon the Shrout command?
Now that we have, once we have the revolution and overthrow you, we're gonna clean up that desktop.
No, you aren't. The Shroud command is really just
We're gonna assign you to cleaning up your own desktop duty.
I don't like that. Oh, also, Leovold subbed. Thank you. Let's get some driver's claps in chat. Even though Leovold is one of my least favorite Magic cards, believe it or not. Are you pro or anti-Leovold, Trout?
I am trying to remember what it does. That's probably not a good sign.
Is a Sultai 3/3?
Okay, the card I'm thinking of is the one that like turns all your guys into Ophidians.
Oh, that's Edric's Spymaster of Trust.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that card.
Okay,
Leovold,
sure.
I am ambivalent on.
Leovold is the one that Hull Breachers your in Narsets your opponent. Ooh, we opened an Orcish Bowmasters in this pack. That's nice. Although I think it's gone down in price, but it'll come back up. That card is just kind of egregious. Well, it's still like 17 tickets. Whatever. That's still good. But I'll just pull up Leovold because you clearly do not remember what it does.
I don't care either, though. So there's that.
Well, I'm showing you it anyways, so I can get your opinion on whether you hate this card or not. All right, it's this card.
Huh. Okay. That's I probably would never play that card. Like, it's a fine card, obviously, but like, just it seems like a card for decks that are not really my style.
That is 100% true. That is like the least Shrout card I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
I bet you would play in Vintage Keep along like draw 7s. That's the only time. That sounds like something you would do.
Draw 7s, yeah.
Yeah, in Vintage, like Vintage Cube rather.
Big fan of draw 7s. Actually, well, in Vintage Cube in particular, I almost always end up in some like nonsense like base blue-green combo deck that involves a bunch of draw 7s. So,
those decks have gotten better and better over the years, weirdly enough. So
right.
I used to think they kind of sucked, but nowadays I think they're just kind of broken. Like, just inherently very good. Alright, so we're playing against a 4-1. Last seen deck, Monoblack Scam.
This keeps happening.
I think this is
apparently a very standard situation.
Well, the problem is it's not like a Surveil land this time, right?
Right.
So I think you're actually supposed to mulligan this one. Which is kind of tragic. Like, the sand's like almost perfect otherwise, right? Alright. This is how it be. I wonder if I actually want the Gemstone Caverns versus Monoblack Scam, funnily enough. What if I just don't care about it?
So what, like you just do nothing on turn 1, turn 2, impulse, all that?
Yeah. Or I could just bottom... Okay, like... Here's the thing. If I keep this hand, what do I bottom, and then what do I imprint on Gemstone Caverns then?
Yeah.
Like, you see my point, right?
Yeah, we have to bottom a card too.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted to, like... Certainly I'm going to keep this hand, but I think you actually do bottom the Gemstone Caverns because it doesn't, like, actually do anything for you. If that makes sense.
Let you play Reckless. Let you impulse on turn 1, which is not nothing, but...
Oh, this is not Monoblack Scam. Okay.
Or it's Monoblack Scam with Mishra's Bauble.
No, I think it's like Jund. I'm getting Jund vibes. Alright.
I mean... I get very Jundy vibes from Monoblack Scam, so there's that.
Well, this is like... I guess it could be like Rakdos instead, but... I guess it might be Monoblack Jund. You might be right, Shrout. Have you seen this card?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like... God damn it. That's a pain in the butt.
Well...
That's gonna fucking suck. I don't think this land does anything for me. I mean, like, I guess it kind of does, but I'm so likely to find another land. Like,
yeah, you have impulse too. Yeah, we're gonna.
God, this is such like a buzzkill.
That is very annoying.
I think I just cast impulse, but
yep.
My primary plan. This was going to be the plan, obviously, but
right.
We hit a Ral. That's kind of decent. Maybe they'll tap out again.
Well, now we just have to flip Ral. No big deal.
Yeah. All right, tap out, tap out, tap out, tap out, tap out. Play a second Void Walker. Play a second Void Walker. Opponent, you can hear me. Yes! Yes!
They probably just don't have removal, right?
Yes! All right.
Played relevant card like this random fucking equipment.
We did not draw a great one.
It was a good draw.
Was it?
It was great.
I believe all of our plays are very forced.
Yep. Let's just draw the Grapeshot. 3 yards of a coin. Have I mentioned that if we just built a deck with like a bunch of Grapeshots and reprieves, then
you have said that like 20 times. I'm not even joking.
Have I been wrong once when I've said it?
I believe you have remained the same amount of correct, if that makes sense. That doesn't do anything. All right, time for Metamorphose. Not enough yet. I think we're one short because the Ral was the 6th spell, right?
The Ral is one of them, yes.
Yeah, yep. All right.
Everything else should count, so.
Okay, I think we should be in the clear, but obviously it's not. We can, yeah, that's fine. Just
yeah, if you have to, you can strike it, Rich.
Yeah, I was supposed to engineer the bonus flip, but I forgot to do it. It's like so hard for me to remember, but yes, I would like to flip. All right, yeah, I guess I just do this.
Yeah, we have a backup rouse, so we're in pretty good shape here.
I think I just cast the backup Ral. Like, what's the reason not to, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Because I think I can literally draw my entire deck is the reality.
Yep. Might be worth, like, retaining priority and spamming off all your rituals while they're one cheaper. So when you flip Ral and use it, the
rituals are all free. What exactly am I reducing here?
Oh, I thought the...
No, okay, these are all like 0 mana.
Okay, yeah, never mind. Never mind.
It's okay. I mean, you haven't played a lot with this card. I mean, like, you didn't know what the ult did, which is the real reason to play the card.
Which card was, like, there were some cards that we had exiled before. I thought the rituals were some of them.
It's the bottom one.
So we can take more damage for no reason? Yeah, valid. I guess we could just lose 6 flips in a row and die.
All right, well,
that is real.
It didn't happen. I mean, yes, it's theoretically possible, but like, I like my odds in those scenarios. All right, if that makes sense.
Rooting for something funny to happen. You know,
wow.
You know how it is.
I do know how it is with you, actually. All right, I'll just draw my deck and Grapeshot them. It's like pretty easy to do that. All right, we hit some lands. That's fine. Is mana a bottleneck? Probably not. Like, I think I should just, like, whatever. How many free Black Lotuses do you need to win the game, right? Okay, I guess... Oh, we might need another Ral ult, actually. It's kind of terrifying because, like, obviously...
we're
a
little low on life. We're getting pretty low there.
Had it. Oh, they're at 19. Whatever. I'll just cast my things and they'll be dead.
We hit the wish, so we can just wish for Grapeshot, right?
Yep. Or I could just cast this Grapeshot instead.
There you go. You Googled the odds of consecutive flips several times? I mean...
I would not do that for your sake.
Why'd you need to Google that, man?
Yeah, I think that is just asking for some unplentiful mental states. Someone lost 9 flips in a row to die. Yeah, I think this is pretty straightforward. Just a few static prisons and cut like 1 Pass in Flames. We'll be on the draw.
Yep.
Don't think I need Orim's Chant in my deck. This is probably fine, yeah. The appropriate thing to say here is wee. That's so you.
Say here is is yeehaw hee haw.
You are a yeehaw hee haw sort of person.
Yeehaw hee haw.
I know.
We have hee hawed all over the opponent.
Sam Booch, I lost 6 in a row, then 7 in a row in consecutive games today, all of which would have flipped Ral. I assume that means you died to your Ral. So 1 over 2 to the 6 is 1 in 64, which will happen like 1.5% of the time or so. Which is like not actually a very small number. But obviously, like, dang, yeehaw is just strictly correct. Tron is good at the yeehaw, hee-haw. Oh man, this hand's kind of broken. We have excess lands to pitch for our fucking Gemstone Caverns.
Yep, this is solid.
Are you feeling an itch to play this deck in leagues or not really?
No, not one bit.
Not one bit. I guess you're getting the experience of playing it vicariously just here.
Yeah, I am getting the vicarious ride along, and then I'm good. That'll be my magicking for the next year or two.
Next year or two? Holy moly. Alright. That one. The Gemstone Caverns thing I think was really smart by Spider Space. That's not stock in the deck, but it kind of seems pretty good, honestly.
It does seem good.
Wait.
Weirdly, I don't know what to do with it now, though. It always creates this weird situation where I like, okay, like, do I jam the Ral or no? But
well, our decision has been taken from us, so.
Yep.
I think I'm just going to take 2 to play this Impulse. Which is fine. Desperate Ritual, Pass in Flames. Not ideal. This might be a scenario, depending on what they do, I might just burn everything to, like, put my things into the graveyard. So, if I play Static Prison, Ritual, Pass in Flames, where does that get me? Nowhere, obviously, but, like...
nowhere.
Is it valuable to have the Pass in Flames in the graveyard, though? Like, to burn 2 rituals to do that? Probably not.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Probably not. Well, so you would be like, you just have like 3 lands in play and a Wish in your hand is where you'd be after that?
Yeah.
And the Damning Spear would come back in 2 turns?
3 turns.
3 turns? Yeah.
I know, it's like kind of an awkward situation. These were pretty bad cards to flip, honestly, but...
Yeah. What do we do with Wish and a Ritual? Like, let's say we Static Prison, and the next turn we have Pyretic and Wish. Can we do anything with that? Not really, right?
We'll have 4 mana total, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that, like, actually do nothing? God, I wish this was Burning Wish so badly in these spots.
It'd be pretty cool if we had Jolted Awake.
Just buy Jeg and just give up those other cards. Oh, I guess I can cast Desperate Ritual by Jeg.
Yeah, that seems fine. Are we also Static Prisoning?
I hadn't gotten that far.
I mean, like, we can, right? It's the same.
Yeah, I think like, we should actually. Like, the downside is if we're going to actually need it later, but that's fine.
Well, I mean, we have to deal with this thing. It's just a question of, like, is it safer in play or in our hand?
Probably safer in play.
Yeah.
I agree it's awkward to do that, but, like... Okay, well...
Good thing we didn't, like, lose a bunch of cards to put Pass in Flames in our graveyard.
I could just Ritual twice and play the Gigantha. Is that crazy? Like, but like, you see what I'm saying?
It's probably hard to kill. So I mean, that's something.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna actually do it. Like, we don't really have better options. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. They can have their Damping Sphere back. I don't think it will do very much anymore. Yeah, this is why I'm not a big Prison fan, but like everyone else seems to love it. I see. They've spent a lot of cards to kill our 5/5. Alright, fine.
Does Flare of Malice like do something?
Yeah.
Like why would that be in our?
It kills Ral like at.
Okay.
Like you can 2 for 1 yourself to kill Ral, which seems fine to me, honestly.
All right.
I mean, like they spent a bunch of cards to kill our thing, but like whatever. Don't want to pay. I guess I do. I guess I just want to cast like Reckless Impulse and see what happens.
Yeah, not a great spot, but
I'm keeping the land on tap in case I want to fetch a Surveil land off of it. Alright, well, we hit Mountain Ritual, so I can't really do anything. Well, they're going to have Damping Sphere back, which will make things significantly harder.
Which means we basically have to use this wish to deal with it again.
Yeah. It actually means, like, drawing land is good, so I probably shouldn't fetch. Although I guess I would fetch a Surveil land, so that's fine, but then if I see a Surveil land, if I see, like, a basically on top, I think I'm just not going to fetch and save my Surveil land.
Okay.
That doesn't do it because, like, basically the tax applies. Like, we're kind of fucked now. I think I'm ready to pack it in.
Yep, we're boned here.
Alright, there it was. Okay, game 3. For some amount of marbles. I'm gonna cut one Gemstone
the energy
Cavern.
sweeper thing that all these control decks are playing. Is this deck interested in that, do you think?
I've seen a version that has it, but I think white is like kind of tough sometimes.
I mean, it's tough on like turn 3, but on the games where it would help, like
the other thing is you don't have other like ways to pump energy into it really besides the prison. So like you would actually have to like cast it for an honest value, which is like why I'm not. It's right. X white gain X energy. Then you can pay X. Then you can pay any amount of energy and sweep stuff that costs less than or equal to it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you don't need that much energy, though, is what I'm saying. Sure. Like, I mostly just want it for like situations where, like that game, our opponent had a Voidwalker and a thing.
Sure.
And like the artifact, and
I
like
see.
It's just like just spending 4 mana to deal with like any number of varied hate permanents seems really useful.
I'm gonna cut another.
Really good against the Trinisphere guy too.
Sure. I'm gonna just cut another Piff for another Static Prison and not bother with the wishing for it because that's so slow. But maybe that's crazy.
It's a little loose, but
all right.
No, that you know what? That's actually fine. Well, except we're cutting a Piff, and Piff is good too. That's the thing.
All right, I'll put the Piffs are good as long as we don't get Voidwalkered.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Piff would have been great there, right? If we hadn't gotten Voidwalkered, so.
Yeah, you can't really avoid the fucking Voidwalker, I think. I hate mulliganing for this matchup. Like, obviously we don't have the Enabler. We have a bunch of lands. I think it's like reluctant keep, but like it's not stellar.
Yeah, I'd keep it.
I mean, you keep every fucking hand.
Yeah, I also don't mulligan, so I haven't updated my mulligan priors since like 2011. So.
Oh, that's a simple one to bin. Alright. Alright. Come on, deck. They also kept 7, which is kind of terrifying, like... Like, that leads me to believe they have either Thoughtseize or Damping Sphere in their opener. Or Voidwalker, I guess. Like...
The good news is, all our cards suck, so we're Thoughtseize proof. That's not true, we have exactly one good card, so we're...
You mean the draw 2?
Yes, we're extremely vulnerable, actually. Well, GG.
It's probably not a good idea. I think we might be in the exact same spot if we mulliganed.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Alright, well... We do have a lot of land, so maybe, like, if they have no pressure... Alright, I'm going to keep that one. And I think I'm just going to cast it.
Yep.
Well, I guess we're going to play both Metamorphosis next turn.
Sure.
If we mulligan, you have reasonable odds to have 2 good cards in your hand instead of 1. Oh, that's a valid point, actually. Well,
does this deck want a 3rd Surveil land?
Probably not, but, like... I think the first one is definitely correct. The second one's more debatable, and the third one's, like, going to cause more issues.
The second one has been great and, like, not a problem at all.
Sure, the third one this turn would be literally no problem to squeeze into our curve.
Yeah.
I will tell you the Goryo's Vengeance deck played, like, 4 or 5, or, like, it was, like, some ridiculous amount, but that's because also, like, if you surveil a big creature in the graveyard, it's obviously insane.
Right.
I don't remember how many it played. It played a large number. Alright. Okay, come on, deck. Alright, well, I'm leading with this. I'm making white-red. Oh, shoot. Okay. Does that do anything? That costs 3 to cast? So I think I should just play my Metamorphose.
Yep.
So the Ral costs...
You can get Giganta, right?
Yeah. So I guess I just... Wait, let's grab Giganta.
Yeah. I mean, you can't play Ral anyway, so...
Yep. Well, we have a bunch of mana, but, like, the Damping Sphere does do a good job of keeping... Yeah, maybe the all Grapeshots thing is better than playing Wish. That was your thought, right? Well, yeah, the Veil. I do not think I care about that. I think I will be discarding Giganta now, though.
Sure.
Do you think they'll turn Voidwalker into a Giganta? God, I hope so. I think that's actively good for us. Do you believe that?
I mean, yeah. Wait, how does Voidwalker work? I haven't played against this card.
You can just cast a spell for free that's in the
You don't have to pay for shit anymore. What the fuck? Why do cards have mana costs in Modern Magic?
I'll tell a quick story from the last Modern Pro Tour. It was Calcano versus this version of this deck, which was Rakdos. The opponent had Voidwalker out and cast Grief and took Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger, and cast it off of the Voidwalker.
Okay, all right. Man, this game, nonsense.
Shroud's just learning how broken Magic cards are nowadays, right?
Fucking Modern Magic needs to get the fuck off my lawn. I'll tell you that.
Get off your lawn. It's not on your lawn.
It is right now because I'm burning you.
That's not great. Maybe I should just discard a land to the Liliana. I think I'm going to, actually. I have a...
Why is that better than discarding a ritual?
Well, my hope is to flip this.
Okay. But I mean, your second ritual is going to cost 4, so...
I also hope to draw Static Prison for the Damping Sphere. Like, I'm just hoping things work out well for us.
That's like the last line of the Shawshank Redemption. It's like,
yeah.
I hope to cast rituals. I hope to draw Static Prison.
All right. I think I should just cast this and.
Yep.
I guess I'll fetch for the last Sacred Foundry now and end of turn. I guess now I'm obviously discarding a Poetic Ritual.
Yep.
The Nighthouse Spellbomb is not the most useful when you have Voidwalker out.
So the more I look at this, the more I convinced I am that this Energy Sweeper card is actually like a really good catch-all for the sideboard of this deck.
Do you know it cannot kill Liliana the Veil?
Yeah, but that's the card we don't really care about. Like they had Nile Spellbomb, Voidwalker, and Damping Sphere.
That's right.
If we 3-for-1 those, we're in great shape.
Oh, whoops.
Right. And like there's going to be so many opponents that have like Relic plus Drannith Magistrate or some shit like that. Like they'll have some varied collection of 2 hate cards.
Okay.
I think I see it. Yeah. Or some nonsense.
All right, come on. Well, we're gonna get Liliana ulted, so I should probably cast things and see what happens.
I mean, if by things you mean this Manamorphose, like what are you trying to do here?
I could just cast this first, right? Then Manamorphose will still cost 1?
Oh, sure. All right.
I mean, I don't think it's going to work out great for me, but it is what it is, right?
We're just going to hit the static thing off this Manamorphose. Our opponent has nothing, and then we just cast 4 rituals and flip roll.
Well, I'll give you a hint. They discarded a Fatal Push to Liliana earlier, so I was pretty sure this was going to happen, but what else can I do about it?
Yep.
Red. So this costs how much? It should tell me, right? It doesn't tell me.
It's 2 extra, so it would cost 3 total.
Respond to the kill spell. What do you like? Does responding to a kill spell actually do anything?
I mean, it flips it. Like,
but do I want to flip it there? Like,
maybe. Like,
I don't know. I guess maybe. Yeah. Wait, this costs 3. Then the ritual will cost 4. So I'm stuck now, right?
Yep.
Oh, flipping Ral. Okay, that was a legitimate thing. Okay, so if I had flipped Ral, I could have -2 to shot the Liliana for 2. That's the actual thing.
I forgot that was a mode.
Right.
That's pretty good. That would have been valid.
I think I'm dead now.
I agree. I mean, not dead this turn, but yeah. You're gonna lose your Medallion, right? Or will you think they'll split like? I mean, I guess they'll go like land Medallion. Either way, you're in real bad shape.
All right, I guess I'll play it out, but it's not looking great.
Like they hit you to 5. They ult you here, and then you draw a static thing. You can.
Yeah, I mean it's certainly thin no matter what, but I wonder how many Damping Spheres they have, because they just had it every fucking game.
Probably a bunch. I mean, it's good against Tron too, right? So it's like, this is a big moment for Damping Sphere.
Jam 4 mana Ral there. I don't know. Like, should I jam the Ral?
It doesn't really make their ult harder. It just because it gives us an even number of permanents. So it's like.
Well,
it appears they have more than one Damping Sphere.
So now if I draw Static Prison, I have to Static Prison the Voidwalker to not be dead?
Yep.
Cool.
And then we'll eventually have to wish for Shattering Spree.
I don't think I have time to do all of that.
I agree. You only have 8 minutes on the clock.
Well, that's not the issue. I don't think I literally have enough time even if I draw Static Prison.
Yes, I know.
Wait.
We did it. We drew an answer to the Void Thingus.
So I guess I just burn a Ritual and Grapeshot?
Or play Ral and Grapeshot. Either way.
Well, I don't want to cast this card because I think it might kill me this game because I'm at 2.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Good point.
I already thought about that. Yeah, I don't think you can ever play that.
I mean, you could just play as if. You could just be like, look, I'm going to die if I don't flip this Ral immediately, so I'm going to flip this Ral immediately. I need my opponent to just not have a spell ever until the end of time. And actually, now that I think about it, we may have actually wanted to...
Oh, burn a Ritual to
try and... So the Grapeshot's in the graveyard.
Yeah, I thought about that, actually, just now. Alright. Well, there's no pressure on us. Wait, what happened to our Gigantha? Oh, we discarded it a long time ago, right?
Yep.
You think I should have just played Ral and just tried to flip? Are you like... Yeah. I don't know. That seems...
literally 50% to die and 50% to have a flipped Ral, which like might matter. Basically, you need we need our opponent to not have a thing ever again in order to win this game, right?
It's 25% to die, for what it's worth.
Oh, true.
Because you would have to lose 2 flips to die. All right.
Oh, yeah, we have a free.
Oh my god.
Spin. Yeah, we definitely should have done it.
Okay, yeah, actually, that does sound a lot better.
Because like if we have flipped Ral, that's like
insurance
against another.
Oh no!
What
it's protection from white.
Ooh, okay, I don't know what this card does, but sure.
It's
literal
Turok.
Isan Shade would have done the job here, so that's true.
Kick card casts him to Turok, which makes sense because it's Turok.
Okay.
Right. I agree. I think we messed this game up. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No. I think.
I forgot that was a mode that Ral has.
I knew it had that mode. I just didn't think about it, which is probably the same thing as not thinking about it. All right.
True.
We'll crack the chest for the loyal viewers because why the fuck not? All right. What we get? What the hell is this card? Oh wait, never mind. I know that card. Remember this from Theros Draft?
Sort of.
Yeah.
I remember that it was a card, but
yeah. Open all 07. Well, there's a channel point reward for that. We don't do that on command anymore. All right. Well, I guess that was fun. I mean, like losing that last match kind of sucked, but it is what it is. We definitely we could have given ourselves a better chance to do things like just trying to turbo flip it and just shoot their things because actually all of their creatures are pretty puny, right? Like, we should have just been a Ral control deck that game, I think, instead. Is the reality, right?
Right. I feel like I now have some strong opinions about how to build this deck, which I will not act on.
I was about to say, what are the chances you actually do anything about it? All right. Another chest has been claimed by Canadian Bacon.
Is Force of Negation a valuable card these days?
I think so, yeah.
It used to be like one of the more expensive cards, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Seems like you're
Force of Negation.
You're high rolling right now. You're running hot. All your run bads in Storm are made up for in your treasure chest.
It's still 13 tickets, so yeah, that's decent. All right. Well, that was fun. Maybe I'll talk you into playing this deck some more once. I don't know. Once the Pro Tour finishes, if this deck wins the Pro Tour,
state for the record, my strong opinions are. Well, yeah, but my expectation is that multiple Grapeshot is good. Maybe the Reprieve is like going a little too deep, but multiple Grapeshot is really important in this deck. And also, I think that Energy Sweeper is a good sideboard card. Those are my takes.
Yeah, so you're not the first person to have that idea. I actually saw that in a different deck list. So someone more in touch with the metagame also suggested it. So it does seem reasonable.
Sweet. I like how if it was just me suggesting it, you'd be like, "That's dumb." You're
Yeah,
dumb.
exactly.
But...
I would call you out on your BS, of which there's much. Xenowan tried reprieve at the start. What happened with that? I guess we'll find out. But paper play issues will rear. So, okay, the very awkward part of this deck is you need like several exile zones for it. Like you need the cards that you can play this turn only. The cards you can play up until the next turn, and then you have to move those over, and then like I don't know.
That doesn't seem that complicated. That seems manageable.
Well, you say that, and then there are just people who are really bad at managing their like board states.
Sure.
And so some of them turn into spawns. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like this has its own issues, but the way I would do that in paper play is if I cast Ren's Resolve, I would like leave the Ren's Resolve in play, like sideways maybe, and then like fold the 2 cards on top of it. Does that make sense?
I think what I would actually do is just have at every Pro Tour now they give each competitor like these like white cards that you can Sharpie onto, like they're like dry erase. So you can just like label like make 3 labels essentially. Label these are the spells that can play this turn only for Glimpse. These are the like impulse ones, like the Reckless Impulse, etc.
Yeah.
You need a lot more than 3, whatever. Like however many you need, just make labels for all of them and like be good at using them. Like it does.
It seems like having the labels would be like helpful just for like managing your thoughts while you're playing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like old versions of Storm. I remember when I was playing in paper, I would always like bust out my notepad and make like blue, red, Storm, and then like keep little tallies and shit. Mm-hmm. And like I didn't need to do that for my own like mental inventory. It was actually kind of a hindrance, but like you just did it so that for legibility purposes, for like legal, so you're making legal plays.
Actually in the tournament rules, it requires you to track all of your own stuff. So like you have to do that.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
But like, does it require you to like legibly track all your own stuff? You
yes.
Just remember it?
Yes. It actually is in the tournament rules.
Okay. I don't know if it was then, but either way, yeah. Like it was actually, it made playing the deck a little bit harder. Like it was because it was like a tedious thing you had to do that like I could have just done in my head otherwise. But like I feel like with this deck, it's actually not. It actually like does help you to like keep track of which exile cards.
So there are just so many numbers you have to keep track of now instead of before, because you actually need the instant sorcery count too, because that is extremely important. Anyways, that's my rant. Like, hopefully, like, I will say the problem is there's like a bunch of like new to paper like arena players that qualified for this event. And I just hope for their sake that they like know how to manage it.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I could see that being a thing.
Yeah. Using coin flips at professional area, is that just using a die LMAO? Yes. You can just use a die. It's fine. Like it's equivalent. If someone actually asked me to use a coin, I would be like, that's not actually in the MTR. You can actually just get a judge to like overrule that.
Did you ever play the Pokemon trading card game?
No. Sorry. Okay, let me correct that. Yes, but not seriously. Someone taught me it like a few years ago, and I'm just like, this game is so nonsensical. Like it's such a high power level game.
Oh yeah, and I don't know what its state is anymore. I played it in fucking middle school, but like when the game first came out and you'd buy like the starter decks, there's a lot of coin flipping in that game, but there was like a special coin that was like a holographic like big, like, it was like a Pog basically, and it was like a big shiny picture of a Snorlax. So anyway, if I were playing at a paper tournament with this deck, I would somehow try to acquire a big shiny Snorlax coin, and I would insist on using that.
But what about Elf Pogs?
Sure, that would work too, but it's mostly for the Pokemon style.
The meme is the Elf Pog thing is from The Simpsons, if you remember that episode.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Okay, well,
I was too busy playing Pokemon to watch The Simpsons back then.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Anyways, let's let everyone out of here. Thank you for showing up. Maybe we will do this again soon, but no promises. Chat, if you want to see Shrout play Magic, go bug him.
And remember, we started the revolution, but the revolution does not happen overnight. So if we want to continue the revolution, you're gonna have to
bother you.
Yeah, bother you into bothering me.
I see.